This episode of the Grappler Union podcast is brought to you by BJJTees. Go to bjjtees.com, enter the promo code Grappler Union, and save 10% off all your jiu-jitsu apparel. Go to bjjtees.com today.
This episode of the podcast is also brought to you by Strychnine Jiu-Jitsu, makers of vintage-inspired tees, hoodies, and rash guards. Go to strychnine.co, that's STRYCH, the number 9.co, and use the promo code UNION at checkout to receive 20% off your online order.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Grappler Union Podcast. Paul Maloney alongside Anthony Zito. On this episode, we have Mr. International Shonie Carter in studio. Shonie's had over 150 pro MMA fights. He's a multiple-time MMA world champion. He's also in the USA Martial Arts Hall of Fame. Also in studio is Nick Spacek, who's a brown belt and head instructor at APEX House of Grappling. Enjoy.
I need the 6 minutes. That's what happens in that 6 minutes.
You told me using any technique that works. Never to limit myself to one style. Keep an open mind.
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over.
In order to become more peaceful, in order for you to become better and strategize your life.
Yeah, we're live.
All right. Shonie Carter, welcome.
Yes.
What's happening, everybody? How you doing?
What's going on, Uncle Shonie?
Man, I'm doing
Nick Spacek
good.
in the house.
Yeah.
Shonie, that's a hell of a hat you got going
That's
on there,
how I
man. What is that?
coordinate. Those are replica 5.56s. Oh, I'm sorry for some of y'all that may not know. Those are, I'm sorry, 7.62. 5.56s on AR-15, M16A2, but 7.62s are for, they were using salt with a saw. Squad automatic weapon. You know the Rambo gun? Yeah. Cyclic rate of 700 rounds a minute.
Totally blacked out.
Or was it 760?
Is that custom? Did you do this yourself?
I coordinate, I design top hats. So that's what I do.
Is that a
Oh,
cowboy hat?
really? So people can hire you to design
I
top
can
hats for them?
design top hats.
That's
I'm
pretty
bored.
gangster.
I'm bored all the time.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Something
right.
to do. Draw pictures.
Where's
design
your
hats.
go-to hat shop in Chicago?
Well, I have no particular one. There's I forget the name of the damn store. It's up there on Irving's Six Corners.
Hats Plus.
Hats Plus.
Yeah.
I've gone there, and he ain't paying me for a shout out, so I've been with them. I walked into one place downtown, and I was like, "How much? Are you out your damn mind? How much you want for a hat? You out your motherfucking mind? Are you crazy? That's a car note." I'm like, really? Well, sometimes you can get like, okay, the one I'm talking about, it was fox fur. I'm like, who gives a shit? It's black. You don't care if it's felt or fox fur, as long as it looks good, you know. And when I'm done with it, I'm done with it. So if let's say you want me to make you a hat, you know, I have to sit down like how we doing right now. I have to interview. I get to learn your innermost sanctum of design.
Okay.
You know, I want to know what's going on in your mind.
Right.
And I did it with ladies too. I did a replica of the $1 Million Bra.
Okay.
Now,
That one with all the diamonds and stuff?
yeah. Wow, man, it was a hands-on procedure. Let me tell you. And y'all caught that right, please. All right, so I've blinged out the shirts. I've done baseball hats. I don't know if y'all remember, way back when they had an Ultimate Fighter 4, I made hats. I blinged out hats for everybody. Randy Couture has one. I don't know if he did what he did with it. Gorgeous St. Pierre has one. Well, that's the okay. Usually I bring it up because we go way back, and this is before he was champion, before everybody knew who he was.
Right.
Just a funny speaking ass French dude. And I was like, hey, ladies, take it easy. He's trying hard. I can't say because I'm going to get in trouble with what I'm about to say. But GSP back in the day, I don't know what the state of affairs is now, but he ain't have no game. That boy couldn't talk. He couldn't talk to a woman.
I can see that. I can see that.
Oh, my God.
For sure.
He's very awkward.
Yeah.
Right.
Awkward.
Yeah, he's very awkward.
And he had his little, little after party, VIP area. And I didn't have an invite, but I tend to just show the hell up. That's what I do.
Invite yourself.
You damn right. I'm OG, man. Right? So I go and everybody's waiting in line to meet him. All the girls are giggity, no panties on in Vegas. And the mini skirts are barely there. And I'm like, oh yeah, mira, yo, cabrón. And everybody's like, what? I said, he speaks French. Spanish, French, it all works. Just go with it. Oh yeah, mira, ven aquí. And he comes on, Mr. International. I said, don't say that. Shh. So he opens the rope. I go in. I said, so what's your pick your poison? Tell me what you need, what you want. I got you. So he tells me. I'm like, oh, you rolling with the chocolate and caramel. Nice.
All right.
And this is when the UFC and everybody wanted to keep it under wraps. And I'm like, I said, this is my homie. What's up, dog? So the little Barbie dolls with the Vegas tits, they hand them out. You move there for 6 months, you get a free set of titties. And so, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, jabronis, back the fuck up, BTFU. And they're like, what? Scooch, move, muévete. So ladies, bring it here, mujer. So they come up, and I'm like, okay, mawate. And they're like, Shonie. I'm like, I got this. Mawate, turn around. Cambiando, change, switch, turn around. And they're like, what? So the old ladies turn around and say, you two, not you, your friend behind you. And they're like, I let him in. And everybody's like, what? I said, George likes girls with fat booties.
Okay.
And they were like, what? I said, dude, I said, now, George said
And you know this because he told you that?
Bruh.
Or you just know?
No, we had an in-depth convo.
Okay, all right.
Because, I'm Mr.
They're boys.
Nash. Right,
Yeah.
we like this. Didn't you see that episode?
I did.
We homies.
Okay, all right.
So this is the hilarious part. Everybody's like, well, what about us? All right, all y'all come in. And the other lady's like, I'm like, hey, it's an editorial process, so I'm just going by what he say. And other guys that were his entourage, guys, they're like, what about you? I'm the baddest wingman in town. I said, I'm going to step out. I'll be right back. They what? Never worry about that. I'm good. And I would like walk off like the world's most intriguing MMA athlete. Because everybody wondered, like you see me in pictures with women. But you'd be like, is he with all of them? I said, no, they're all with me. And George and Patrick Cote, Dave Loazo, and what's the little fucker's name? His coach.
The guy you knocked out, Matt Serra?
No. Matt Serra, that's another Aminal.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's another conversation.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Matthew Serra. Okay,
Let's
George.
do it.
Okay, George. Okay.
We're jumping onto that already?
No,
I mean, yeah,
Done with
let's
George?
build up to that. 'Cause
Yeah, right. I'm
Matthew,
not
But
done
they
with the
train
big
together,
booties
so
here.
they did. Oh,
yeah.
Well, there are two Matthews in my MMA career that are rather interesting.
Anyway,
So-
go ahead, finish the story.
Okay, so GSP and the ladies, and I was like, So then I'm gonna skip past. It's Vegas, stayed in Vegas, right? So Ultimate Fighter, he was one of the advisors because we were the OGs of MMA, and on the off. And I hate they didn't put it on there. They should have put the good shit. They didn't show y'all nothing.
You're talking about when you're on
When they,
Yeah.
when they edit the show, yeah.
Oh my God, they left the daytime Emmy Award stuff.
The juicy stuff.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
So he used to date this one chick named Boo Boo. That was her nickname, and not Honey. But boy, oh boy, she was sugary sweet, fine as hell. And so Boo Boo, before the show, I met Boo Boo. Now, Boo Boo. George came to town one day and he had Boo Boo with him. I'm like, and you're almost uncomfortable looking at your boy's girl. You look off at a 45 or 90 degrees. You just stare off at the bird and the tree.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, love Hunter. They ain't got them built like that in Canada. What the hell? That's an import. So literally, Boo Boo is, and she like Coco thick. He like Ice-T's wife. Oh my
Right,
God.
right.
I when she's so fucking fine, you make that ugly face like, damn.
That lemon face?
Yeah.
Right.
So, and she's like, hi, Shonie. I said, George, I ain't never seen this woman a day in my life. I ain't touch her. I don't know her. Don't be getting all uptight with me. And he said, oh, it's okay. She loves you. She likes you better than me. I said, don't say that, George. Don't say that. Oh, God, don't say that. She said, can I have a hug? These are times like this, Lord. I'm going to try to just not get knocked out or double-legged death. So literally, I give her a hug, and I actually implied the cousin hug. Who knows what a cousin hug is?
Is that
When
like
you stick
ass
your booty out? Yeah, you
Ass
stick your
out.
booty out. And I'm like, ha, ha. George, my hands are on the lats.
Right.
Posterior adults. She said, oh, no, give me a real hug. I'm like, no, please don't get pregnant. So I give her the hips in Greco-Roman hug to try to alleviate the pressure of me hugging all of this was going on. So I put that I'm demonstrating a gable grip for those of you who are not in attendance. So I did, and I picked her up. I'm like, whoo, 155, 160, Lord. I said, God damn. So I put it down. And so he's like, hey, Shonie, be careful with my girl. I know how you are. I'm like, I ain't did shit. I just gave her a Greco-Roman hug. You don't know Greco-Roman. I'll teach you that later. So literally, I did that. Then one day he came to Chicago. And he said, Shonie, my girlfriend Boo Boo would like to talk to you. I'm like, George, I already met Boo Boo. I don't want to say anything like subversive. Like, and he said, he puts on the phone, and I'm like, hey, Boo Boo, how you doing? How you doing? You still like me better than your man? Yes, of course. I'm like, well, next time, give me a hug next time you see me. And so I'm cracking Shonie jokes.
Right.
Yo, fine ass. Girl, next time, don't let him keep you up there in Canada, locked up in the cage, because a brother will grab you up. George snatches the phone out of my hand. Said, George, I'm joking. I'm just joking, man. I'm just joking. George, and everybody's like, what's the story? Because people are like, oh, see, me and him go way back, and he likes them thick and curvy. And chocolatey and caramel. And they're like, what? I'm like, I said, yeah, this is the Frenchie. This the man. This is Pimp Daddy #1 from France, Canada.
What do you think about George coming back? Did you like that?
You know what was crazy? My opinion on that, I was really amazed. But I was not amazed and surprised. Two different things. Similar words. Okay, I wasn't surprised as I was amazed. And what I mean is that I know for a fact, I had intimate details that I know, well, if you get that much money in the bank, what you gonna do? Work out all damn day, every damn day for 5 years. He travels the world training.
Right.
That's shit. Wouldn't you love just kick it in the gym every day?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And make money off of Under Armour and Gatorade? And literally he was fully sponsored. And I was telling people, I said, dude, he brings in the best to just kick it and roll and train. Now, as far as when he came back to fighting, I was like, oh shit, he's the reason, he's the solution to Michael Bisping. Because the Brits are really good at, they're solid on punching. I didn't say the best boxers, even on Anthony Joshua was the shit, but I mean, they take pride in their boxing. And essentially, the sweet science of boxing, I still say it's a gap between MMA and boxing. And the skill set that Michael had, he's grit, rugged, tough, and he was protected by, and I'm going to say this, I'm going to go on record, he was greatly protected by the UFC.
100%.
100%. An infinite amount of scent. Because my opinion is that, and I'm not going to forget about George, they robbed Hendo.
100%. Oh my gosh.
They robbed Anderson.
Yes.
And then when GSP came over there, I said, y'all knew the French and the English never got along anyway.
Right.
We know the history. And stylistically, I told everybody, when I go to these viewing parties, nobody ever bets me. I got to find a new place to hang out where nobody knows my name or who I am. because I try to catch a sucker slipping, and I can't do that in Chicago. I can't. There's always some asshole that knows who I am, and nobody. And he spreads the word. Nobody takes a bet. And I told everybody, I said, dude, hey man, fuck the size. He got too many weapons on his side. And I know, I try to play him off. And literally, I told everybody, George had too many weapons on the table against Michael Bisping. Michael's a hard puncher. George don't get no fuck. George is king of the taking lumps.
Yeah.
When they robbed Johnny Hendricks when he beat George's ass.
Yes.
What was the boy that beat up John Jones? The tall
Gustafson.
Goose. They robbed him. I'll say it.
Oh, yeah.
Say it. You got a problem with it, you can call me and meet me in Chicago. Anyway, when they robbed Hendricks, but when it came to Bisping, George trained his ass off. George got frustrated with me one time, and they didn't show you this on TV. It was hilarious. Do y'all remember when he got armbarred by Matt Hughes?
Yes.
Let me give you some history. I'm about to give y'all some shit.
More to the armbar,
yeah. No. Watch this. I wrestled at Triton College. I was 4th in the nation. Wrestled against Lincoln College. Yeah. Well, we had a particular quad, and everyone was talking about this Matthew Hughes guy. He went by Matt. I'm like, no fucks are given. I have a whole locker full of fucks, and I'm not giving one. And literally, he walks up. I'm like, oh, he been out there on the bench press or on a combine lifting it or something. I said, well, you ever seen a strong man try to wrestle an empty wet jacket? Strong man don't swim very well. Well, literally, I said, I know he's stronger than me. Let me give him that hot little slick shit that he ain't seen here in America. I told you I was overseas twice representing the United States. I worked out with the Olympic gold medalist Attila Repka and Greco-Romanos. Well, it was a real smooth style. So when I came back, I had them hot little Adidas nobody had in America, them green and pink ones with them yellow strings or pink strings.
The combat speeds?
Oh, yeah, I got the originals.
Oh,
my shit was made in Europe. It says in my shoes, made in Europe.
Nice.
Right, so
Coming in hot.
Right, so I walked out there and I was hitting duck unders and high crotches, slipping off to the side. I beat Matthew Hughes 9-1.
That's a major.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did.
On record.
On record.
Uh-oh.
So literally, and getting to GSP, I said, so let's do this. I said, look, this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna go 2 low, 1 high. And he's like, well, I said, listen, I beat this dude already. He already know the business. And he got slick in the lip at the little sushi restaurant, and they edited that. They robbed y'all. So I'm looking at Matthew like, you just gonna sit and talk shit in front of me, Matthew? He looked, he gave me that country boy, what the fuck you talking about, Willis look. Right. And I'm like, you don't remember me, do you? Come on, Shonie. I said, no, not Shonie. I said, do you remember Marion Bickham at Triton College? His face got pale. I said, yeah, you remember that dude? Hi, Matthew.
Oh, my God. It's like a scene out of a movie.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Good evening, Matthew. What? I said, yeah, you know who I am now. Uh-huh. They stopped you from fighting me at Madonna High School in Pulaski and Belmont. Marion Bickham. Remember that guy? And he got pale-faced. And he pushed away from the table, got up and walked out. And everybody said, what's up with that? I said, we have history that he didn't remember. So when we got back to because he was talking shit to GSP at the table and Dean Thomas. And if Dean is listening, he'll tell you because he made some more off-color comment to Dean. And I was holding a steak knife and I was in the U.S. Marines, but I ain't cutting. So I just let it slide. And I said, we get back to the gym, I'm going to show you some shit. And GSP and I were working out because I was always flipping teams and doing that traitorous shit.
Right.
So
cross training.
Exactly. Right. So we was in the little warehouse. I said, come on, Mr. Athlete, do what you do. GSP, he didn't know no better. He shot a double leg on me. But the problem is nobody don't understand or quite quantify my wrestling because I don't have the big ears like Slick Nick here.
Yeah.
I don't have them.
You don't have
I had an old school boxing coach. That's another story. So subsequently, George shot, and I caught him underhook, overhook, and I stood up. I took a back step pivot as a southpaw, and I threw him with a Harai Goshi, that throw that everybody sees Ronda and Caro would do. But then I said, "What is this?" I was like, "Don't worry, I'll show you later. Come on, keep rolling." So I shook free. He actually took me down a underhook, wrist control, and I scooted up. I did it wrong, but I still got away. Some athletic black guy shit. So I got up, and then he shot again immediately. And then I threw him with a Hani Goshi, a springing hip toss. And he's like, and this is, you're going to recognize this. "I can't believe that people like you, Shonie Carter." I said, yeah, don't worry. They ain't going to let you fight me. And he's like, "What?" I said, "They ain't going to let you fight me. They won't let me nowhere near you." And so I said, "I'm going to show you how to beat Matt Hughes. I've thrown you twice. I'm going to shoot the double leg just like him." Because Matthew was not a thrower.
Right.
He was a double leg, pick him up, run across the cage guy.
Right.
So literally, I said, "This one I'm going to shoot, and I'm going to show you how to, and you're going to do what I just did." I was going to start with the Harai Goshi. He said, "What? The sweep, knee up high across the thigh for the Harai." And he's like, "What? Bring your knee up high across the thigh for the Harai."
My man.
Right.
I like that.
Right, yeah. I'm a poet, you didn't know it. So literally, 7 minutes between the rolling and showing him, he threw me with a Harai Goshi. Now the crazy thing about GSP, he was miffed because I threw him. And it was on camera, they were filming. And everybody was like, "Whoa." I said, "No, it's okay, don't worry." So he threw me, and I got scrambled back up. I said to them, I said, "Clinch with me, fucker, clinch." And so I said, "Matthew's a clinch guy, but he's going to try to drop down on you. An outside knee step. This is when you do your Hani Goshi." So I said, "Pick your leg up like a dog pissing on a hydrant and throw a back kick." He's a black belt in Kyokushin. I said, "Throw Ushirogeri when you clinch." He did a back step pivot through the Ushirogeri back kick. And I went, whoa, boom. I said, there's your Hani Goshi. He's like, "I can't believe there are people like you." I said, "I know, homie. That's how I roll." So look, after that,
People like you. What did he mean by that?
the thing is, in my time of fighting,
Like a street guy?
no,
What are you saying? Color your skin?
yes, and literally, I was the urban myth, the urban legend, and they were like, "Who the fuck are you?" Because I didn't have a famous team.
Right,
I was a guy who trained in a traditional dojo. Like you said, I don't know Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I'm Japanese jiu-jitsu. Jujikatami, urigatami, the triangle choke is sankaku jime, the arm triangle, sore sankaku jime. I know it like that. So when I showed George Hani Goshi, Harai Goshi, then I said, "Now I'm going to show you 2 low, 1 high." And he was like, "Well," I said, "Don't ask why, just do 2 low, 1 high." And I said, "Step right, step left." And he's like, "Well," I said, "Step right, step left, throw Gedan Mawashi Geri." And you both like, "What the hell?" I said, "It's a low leg roundhouse kick. Chudan, JCG. Chudan, Gedan." And literally, I said, "Trust me, it's how you throw. You step right to throw left, you step left to throw right." And so he threw, I said, "Do it." So he did it, and I said, "Throw." And he kicked me in the leg. I said, "Good. Do it again." I go left to right, right to left, and kick. So he threw it. And then second, I checked it. I used a very old school Thai way of checking. And so most people pick their leg up and bring their hip out. I pointed my knee towards him, and I put my knee to my elbow, and I stomped down, caught him.
Kind of like what Thai boxers would do?
Yeah, it's literally knee to elbow.
Right.
Right.
It's called closing the gate. Literally, but I didn't throw George. So I said, "Now, you did it twice. Now, next time he's going to squat. He's going to change levels to reach down to protect because you kicked him in the IT band twice." And literally I said, "And then you go throw the Judan Mawashi Geri." And he was like, "Well," I said, "Just trust me. Do it." And so he throws it at me, and I triangle blocked it. And I said, usually they tell you to point the toe. I said, "Hook toe it. Hook toe your Mawashi Geri." And he was like, just do it, please. So he hook toes me, and I didn't go down because he had excellent control. He's like, "What?" I said, "Listen, you're gonna use Tai Otoshi after the Judama Washigiri, and you're gonna go and you're gonna do the armbar. You're gonna beat him within 1 round." What happened in that fight? When
He
they fought the
armbarred him in the
second
first
Exactly
round.
that.
He kicked him twice, went high, threw him with Tai Otoshi to an armbar in the first round.
Right.
I taught George St. Pierre that in 7 minutes.
So he's a really good student.
He is
Shonie's a good
ridiculous.
teacher. More
That
like it.
also.
Yeah.
But I mean, to George St. Pierre, I mean, that's pretty impressive to like pick that up and
I remember looking at the clock. It was
Right.
12:07.
and to retain it.
Dude, it was insane.
and to trust him and be like,
Right.
I'm going to use this.
Right. And he was like, I mean, like I said, when they announced that Bisping fight, I said, yeah, Bisping about to give it up like Marvin Gaye. He got to give it up. And people were arguing with me, said size. I'm like, shut up.
Oh, with the size
Yeah,
difference?
I'm like, dude.
Not that big.
Yo, you
George
can-
ever give you any love after that fight? Did he ever
You know what?
hit you up and say,
honestly,
hey, did you see that? I used your shit.
Guess what? Honestly, I've been in a bunch of situations with some of the notable fighters. And there are things that I've seen that I've shown fighters. And if they don't say nothing, my own personal trophy is that they went out and executed. And like there's a fighter, now he's younger than me, but he ain't no young fighter. Daniel James is 32, 33. He's 6'7", 275. And he was 9-2 or 8-2 as an amateur, 3 title belts. He's from the first year he went and saw Bellator as an amateur fighter. The next year, he said Shonie, this time next year I'm gonna be fighting in Bellator. I said, let's do it. The only problem was that Danny quit knocking people out. I said, I know you can knock people out. I need for you to submit somebody. Literally, we went to Vegas and he fought one of Randy Couture's training partners. And I got mad at Danny because he knocked him out. I said, I'm not coaching you to knock everybody out. He was a bodyguard for rappers like Twister and all of them. And he has natural knock. He could tomahawk dunk a basketball, do a backflip, single arm snatch 135 on an Olympic bar.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And he could do the Olympic rings. Because I can do them, but I'm smaller. I'm big for a gymnast. They're your size.
Right.
But I can go out there and show you. And you're like, what the hell? I said, yeah, I know. But Danny could do that too, and it was crazy because he was fifth in the world in powerlifting. And I showed him a Harai Goshi to Yoko Kimiwaza. Then I showed him a side control. They call it a crucifix. Okay. But I actually know it in Japanese. So I'm like, it's just I'm struggling because I was taught in Japan to say it that way. Well, Kazuda Yokoshiogatami is a crucifix, but you slide it. It's meant for in a gi where you slide across under the lapel, and you go under the lapel with your thumb, roll your knuckle to the carotid artery, and you pull, and it literally shuts the blood off. It's like cutting a switch off. But that stuff is so damn old, they don't even do it anymore. Like I said, I've been watching the new jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Unless you're at the Nagas or the new breeds, and I can tell if somebody does it, I say, oh, they're Newaza, they're not jiu-jitsu. Mm-hmm. Because jiu-jitsu it's a different style of submission style. And I don't knock either one. It's just I can see it. Mm-hmm. And with guys like George, he picks stuff up so fast. It is spooky. And when Bisping and him fought, I wasn't surprised. I would sit back drinking tea. I was like, yeah, I told y'all.
Now, what do you think about like Woodley? Like,
oh my God!
I mean, you think that's going to happen that fight? I mean, he hasn't officially retired, Pierre.
No, he hasn't.
So Woodley's kind of sitting out there. Woodley's got this huge injury. He's going to be out for at least maybe another 4 or 5 months.
Right. Now, here's the thing.
I don't think the UFC will let him fight.
Woodley?
Well,
Why?
Woodley and GSP?
Yeah.
No way.
That's a hell of a payday.
Payday for who? Both?
Both. Yeah.
And the thing is, okay, before I go any further, Tyron, we even talked. I interviewed you and your mama. You're a nice guy. We did the Sluggo machine together when you and Paige Van Zandt were in town, so don't get mad what I'm about to say. Don't come over with that bullshit. You know I want to work out with you. All right. GSP, I'm your homie. I got you hooked up in Vegas. Don't get mad at me. But what I'm about to say. All right. Okay. Logistics. George left as the baddest man in the welterweight division. Tyron Woodley is the baddest man in the welterweight division. The problem is, and I hate to say it's like this, I mean this respectfully, they're both boring as fuck. And Tyron is protecting his belt. But like we did with Damian Maya. I've rolled with Damian. Yeah, oh yeah, that too. When you ask me about resume stuff, yeah, it leaks and I don't. What did you do? I'm like, well, I understand why Tyron did what he did against Damian. Would that have been me? Hell no. I fight with my sword and I will go down swinging. If you were a shark in the water, let's go see who's bad, the bull shark or the mako. And that's how I roll. I went to the ground with him just to see. I got to know. All right. And with GSP, now I'm not saying GSP can't take him down because I mean when he asked Clown Koscheck, which his wrestling is all right.
Yeah, we saw what T. Wood did to Koscheck, though.
Dude. I ain't got to bring this up about me and Koscheck, though.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I think you have to now.
This dude, that jabroni. Let me stay
He
with
is a
GSP and
jabroni. He is a
Tyron.
bit of a jabroni.
Okay, so
There's a long list. Covered tonight.
no, I fuck the training part. He ain't all that in wrestling. Let's just say that. And I was only 4th in the nation in junior college.
Where do you wrestle? Okie State?
I don't give a damn if he wrestled with Gable. I don't give none. He ain't all that, dude. Man, what?
You got better hair than him, too.
Man, better hair. My ears still look like ears.
Right.
You know, I got a resume too. I worked out with the Olympic gold medalists. I actually threw the gold medalists in the Olympics. Yeah, but that's another story. I ain't going there. So literally, Tyron and GSP. That's a hard match to watch as a fan. As an athlete, we want to see it. Tyron, I think he's more explosive, athletic. They're about equal.
Okay.
They're about equal.
Yeah.
Like I said, George learned two throws in 7 minutes with traditional karate.
You don't think George lost a step, though?
You know what? It ain't a matter of what he's lost. A young fighter like Tyron or any other new casting characters of employment for UFC versus the older guy. Like, okay, let's just say the sun shines up on me and the Lord grants me back down to 170 and I'm in shape with a 37 to 40 resting heartbeat.
Yeah.
And I did 7 fights in XFO and they called me up. The scary thing for a young fighter is to see the older fighter with a flat stomach. And literally, if you faster than me, that's inevitable. But if I'm within a step of you, if I am not as fast as you, but right there, I'm going to throw shit that you have never seen.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be you going, I'm going to go, ha, catch your breath, sucker.
Perfect example.
Yeah.
Dan Hendo versus Hector Lombard.
Dude.
Yeah.
And it literally, I told people, I told promoters, I said, listen, anytime that I've trained, like really fuck everybody else, this is a Shonie show, I'm about to go work out, and you ever see me on a scale, and I've got that love barrel and a V-tapered back, you can bet whatever the hell you want on me. Because literally, oh shit. And I've done that to people. I said, listen, when GSP showed up, and I looked at him and I looked at Bisping, from every champion, before they were champions, I could pick them without fail. I tapped John Jones. I spoke to Lyoto right after way back when he beat BJ Penn. Because he's Shotokan. I'm Shidokan karate. I'm going to Japan this year to test for my Sandan this year.
Really? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I got to go with you.
Yeah, well, we'll love to have you. Who else? Rashad.
Sugar?
Sugar. I called him at the airport. He actually talked about opening the school together.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're already with me, though.
I know, but I can't now because I'm with you.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Right. Talk to him and say, let's bring him in on it. I know people.
You got to fight over Shonie now.
Yeah,
We're
just
going to have to
just
sign a
shot,
contract.
man.
Lock you
I
in.
don't mind. I sign contracts.
Yeah. Max deal.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's crazy because I've seen those fighters, and when it happens, the problem with a lot of the champions, they become content. It's cool to win a belt. I got a whole pile of them. Y'all know that.
Yeah.
Got a pile of them shits. It's hard to defend them. The king, absolute king, was Anderson Silva. I mean, yeah, he got older, lost a step, but look what happened when he fought Michael. Stick him up, motherfucker. I mean, that's literally what they said. I said, God damn. Who went first, Hendo or Anderson? I thought Anderson was before Hendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They stuck. I was like, really? Y'all just gonna rob the dude that bad?
And what was it in your mind? They were just trying to get the British audience?
Dude, England has a lot of pay-per-view points.
Right.
Just to give you an idea, and I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. When the McGregor-Mayweather fiasco freak show, millions of pay-per-views were robbed, black streamed. I was a cable man before all this stuff, by the way.
Right.
Literally, they still wrote a check to Floyd for $350 million. Conor stepped off the scale making 30 after his points was 117 million.
Right.
Millions of pay-per-views were stolen. How much fucking money did Showtime make? I mean, Ireland, small country, but they shut down. I know they shut down Ireland. The reason why, because I fought Jess Loudon before he was the first Conor. I fought Jess Loudon in Belfast, Ireland. They shut down the whole damn city.
Jeez.
Just because I was fighting, and it was not a UFC event. And literally, as I found out later, they shut the whole damn thing to watch that fight. I said, oh my damn. Oh yeah, I beat him, but never mind that. Literally, when you have Michael Bisping as your shiny piece, literally he was supposed to be acting and doing all this other stuff, and he was brash, a loudmouth Brit. He was saying what others couldn't say on a large platform, and it made people live vicariously through him. When GSP beat Bisping, you remember the whole French-English war thing, right? Didn't go too well. A lot of them died. Well, it was a slap in the face. Now, then you think about England fighting America when he fought Hendo. Do you really think anything shy of a knockout was Hendo going to win that fight?
Yeah.
No. Not a damn one. Not to mention he announced his retirement before the fight.
Yeah, he came out.
They were not going to let an old man walk in, beat a shiny new kid, and I mean he's a grown man, but he's a kid compared to Hendo.
Right.
Win that belt, and then walk away off into the sunset. Guess what? Score America 2, England. They weren't going to let that happen because they lose a whole financial pay-per-view market at that point. Because at the end of the day, most of the fighters want a belt. But honestly, they're supposed to be thinking about their own self-imposed 401k, like Conor.
You think Conor comes back?
Conor's a damn fool if he does. Right. Now, if he should on the fighter side, the athlete, yeah. What's up, homie? Nurmagomedov. I say it right?
Nurmagomedov.
Yeah.
Khabib.
Oh, yeah, Khabib. Yeah. I've been to Russia.
The Russian dude.
Yeah. I've been over there. That's what I said Nurmagomedov. I said, like how they did. But literally, financially, if that's Shonie Carter.
Would you fight Khabib?
Hell yeah, we got to find out who gonna throw who up in there. We need to know.
Yeah.
Yo, necesito conocer. We need to know. I know he got a highlight reel. I got 3.
How many belts you got, Shonie? You got a lot of belts.
I want to say, wait. My baby mama threw away one because she hates me. It's still in my first belt ever. My state championship in kickboxing.
That's cold.
Biatch. Whatever. I mean, I can get it replaced. I gave it to my sons, my oldest boy. He saved my second belt. No, it was my third. Yeah, Extreme Challenge, State Champion. Yeah, it was my third belt. I won an Indiana Martial Arts Challenge. That was my third belt. He returned it to me. And essentially, I gave them one. One got stolen. I gave one, the Ironheart crown, to a little kid who I liked. He was just a nice little kid. And he was like, and he looked at me like, you know how little kids look at John Cena? And I was a trainer at Export, and I could say no wrong, do no wrong. And I came to work one day, and Becca had her son there. I said, I got something for you. And I zipped, and I pulled it out, and I handed it to him. That was my fourth belt. And I wonder if they still have that belt. But no matter. I mean, I replicated it anyway. I didn't care. And so to answer the question, I would have 22. I'm making a question me face, y'all. It's either 22 or 23. I think I have 19.
It's a lot.
Yeah. But the thing is, I never got into it for belts.
What do you think in Zito's Naga belt right
I was
there?
just about to say, I got a couple Naga belts.
Yeah, I got 5.
Yeah.
I got 5. That's the new design. That's lightweight.
You picked him up in the parking lot walking to your car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like those. Yeah, and he hung most of his medal collection out, and I was so jealous because you know I've got medals, but I don't think about it because I win them. Like my first new breed, I only placed third, and I was like,
I was there for that.
oh yeah. I told you I hadn't trained.
Ultimate grappler.
Right, and I just walked on the mat, didn't give no shit. Right. And I got caught in the armbar because remember the one girl was asking like, "Where's your coach?" I'm like, "Fuck you talking about?" I said,
I think I sat in the chair.
"Yeah," and I'm like, "We're coaches. We don't need corners." And literally, and that's what surprised me because the grown man jumped guard. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? But I mean, he caught me. You know, but I had not rolled in.
That was a no-gi, right?
Yeah, and it was literally I hadn't rolled in over a year and a half. I just wanted to say, let's try this.
Yeah.
You know, whatevs.
Right.
You know, it's just fuck it, whatevs. So then they had the second match, and I'm like, and he had that little tight elbow, like, oh shit, it's Shonie Carter look. I'm like, oh yeah, about to whoop this ass now. And so I didn't hurt him. It was just, you know, let me just finish this. And I think I got a side control neck crank. Oh, the Eddie Bravo twister. I did that shit 3 years before he even did that shit. Which I laughed. But I mean, I respect, I ain't got nothing wrong with Eddie, but I just laughed because I have a different version. It's a neck crank and a xiphoid process compression.
You have to show that on Paul later.
Oh, it's horrible.
Greasy breakdown.
Right.
Yeah, it's horrible.
All right.
I learned it in, it was either in Germany or Japan. One of them. But anyway, whatevs. So when I won that, then I lost to Bill Hill in the gi, and I was like, ugh. So like when I get but I haven't rolled in for
right.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna give me some new breeds, some bonsai and all that.
Call him out, fight to win. Bam.
No, he don't want that. If I show up in shape,
You're trying to get on fight to win. He's fought fight to win. Call him out.
Are you going to do fight to win?
well,
Sean?
let me get in shape first. I actually don't have a flat stomach because I want a flat stomach.
That'll never happen again, though.
Well, what are you walking around at right now?
210, 211.6.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I actually train down, I can get down to 190.
Okay.
And the thing is that like when I go to tournaments, like if I'm teaching, because I'm at Chicago Fitness Center, I teach there. So I'm before that, and while doing that, I was with La Fitness. I was the personal training director.
LA Fitness?
Yeah, but that's the funny one. That's another story. I call it La Fitness for a reason. I thought it was a French company. I'm like, we got French health clubs. What the fuck? I was training for a fight, and I was on the movie set for Divergent, and I stopped from the purple to the red line. I said, what is La Fitness? We got to check this out. I said, I don't see how the French work. And my friends thought I was being stupid. I said, La Fitness.
Right.
And I said, is it La Finesse or La Fitness? And they was like, Shonie, that's L.A. I said, no, L.A. is L.A. That's La. I took Spanish class, and that's La. L and La. L-A-N-A. Don't tell me that's La. And I'm hungry, and there's some food around here. And they're like, what are you talking about? I smell food. There's ain't no damn food over there. I said, dude, I got nose like a wolf. I'm telling you, there's fucking food here. And literally, I had not been to Howard and Clark at that time. And so we get off the train, go downstairs, and I'm like, this way is to the food, then La Fitness. And we walked through the little foyer, the little tunnel, and I said, see, I told y'all, Dunkin' Donuts, Subway, and there was Greek Pete's, like greasy spoon spot.
Yeah.
And I said, I told y'all there's food here. They said, how the fuck do you smell it? Don't worry, I'm a wrestler, I can smell water. I'm glad y'all understand that. And so they were like, bullshit. I said, dude, I can smell water. I said, wait a minute, this ain't the food I'm smelling though. I said, what's beyond this? And they said, ain't nothing over there. I said, dude, bullshit, I smell food. Let's go. We'll walk past La Fitness. We'll come to that later. We go through the foyer, the little thing, walk on the side, and guess what it was over there? Julasco. And it was like, how in the hell did you? I said, I didn't see it. I smelled food. The doors are open. There's that, you know, them little trays like them buffets.
Right.
And they were like, have you been here before? No, but I smelled fried chicken. I smell gravy and potatoes. They're like, you bullshit. I said, dude, I've never been over here. Where are we? Oh, we're on Clark and Howard. I said, and I smell sugar. Oh, that's Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah. And so we walked through, and we go walking through up in there, and there it is. And there was the salad bar and the hot buffet. And I said, I knew I smelled sushi. They're like, what? I said, right there. They're like, nah, you tripping. I'm like, y'all freshly make sushi here, don't y'all? They were like, yeah. I said, I know. So I got sushi, some fried chicken, and some chicken wings, and a salad. And
Well, you eat like that, you're always gonna be too tight.
That's a hungry man dinner
dude,
right
I
there.
was eating. I eat. I'm a fat kid with, skinny man body. So
Not going to get
literally-
any better hanging out with Spacek either.
Hell yeah.
I've
my-
seen this kid eat.
Oh yeah, girl, I mean when he was 20 pounds. That was last week. So literally, I was eating. I scarfed the food down before walking through Jules.
Yeah.
I paid for everything, and my food, not them. Fuck that. So we go back through the foyer. I said, "Hey, let's go check out La Fitness." And they're like, "Oh, it's right up these stairs. Stairs. That's a perfectly operating elevator right there." They were like, "Dude, it's the second floor. See you when we get there." They went up the stairs. I hit the elevator, and I'm waiting. I finally get up there. I was like, guys, been waiting long? They're like, dude, you lazy. Fuck you. I'm an older guy. I can take the elevator when I want. So I go in. I said, hey, I'm Shonie Carter, and how you? What's La Fitness? Is this a French-owned company?
Right.
And they're like, what? What's La? No, it's L.A. I says, no. L.A. is L.A. La, no dots, is La Fitness. And the lady who ironically works there, she's like, who are you? I said, I'm a guy who sort of speaks Spanish. And so she starts her little Spanish. I said, un momento, señorita. I understand yo entiendes. Now, I just want to know how I get a job here. Y'all do French workouts. I don't know. And they were like, are you serious? I'm like, how you be a trainer? I'm a trainer. I just want to know how you get a job. So they called a PT director. I was like, hey, man, hi, my name is Shonie. I'm not going to throw the whole thing. I'm just Shonie. Right. Yeah. I was curious about being a trainer. What I got to do? He said, well, come in my office. Sit down, let's talk. I'm like, all right, cool. We sit down, and he's talking to me about all this logistical blah, 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 and certification, blah, blah, blah. What makes you think you can be a trainer? Well, I worked at export, and I've been doing this for quite a spell. Didn't want to say X number of years. Oh, well, you have to be certified. I said, no, I stopped taking pills. And I was eating chicken as he's talking. I said, oh, that's cute. I said, I never read a book on how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or tie my shoes. And he's like, what? I said, I don't read books on how to tie my shoes or make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. He said, what do you mean by that? I said, to teach people how to run, jump, push, pull. That's all exercise is. Count the number of reps, do the body fat composition eval, and you show them how to get to from where they are to where they want to be. And he's like, how you going to tell me this? I was like, oh, yeah, okay, Junior, let's talk. He said, excuse me? I said, look here, young man. I've probably been doing this longer than you've been living. How old are you? I'm 26. I've been
But
doing
he's got a degree.
Yeah. He had a degree.
He paid for his
Oh,
piece of paper.
Right. He played football for Michigan State. I'll never forget it. And so I was
Mr.
like,
Tough Guy.
Yeah. I said, oh, that's cute. You're a good amateur. That's nice. He said, excuse me, I played for Division I ball. I said, that's funny. I said, what's the softest thing in my resume? I'm a U.S. Marine. He's like,
Damn. Mic drop.
Yeah. And so he's like, well, I said, shh. My second part of my resume is I've had 7 national titles. Oh, really? Yeah. And what? MMA. Huh? I'm the first UFC fighter from Chicago. Checkmate, motherfucker. I just curious about a job.
Just give me the fucking job
That's
already.
all I wanted.
Right.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
it.
just curious. You know what I got to do?
Did he get the? You got the job?
No, I didn't get hired.
Oh, you didn't?
No, because I was really talking to him like that. Because I have a whole bunch of lockers. When I told you I was no
Yeah.
fucks
Yeah.
given, and so
I wouldn't have hired you.
I'm glad. Because guess what happened? A few months later, another manager hired me at Ravenswood in Lawrence. He said, "You still looking for a job?" I said, "Sure, I'm bored. I just got off a movie. Whatever, let's do it."
What movie? What movie?
I was in the movie Divergent.
What were you in that movie?
I was with Mekhi Phifer. He was Max, and when he was on the bridge talking about "Welcome to Dauntless," blah 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 blah, blah he kept missing his lines. Oops, I ain't threw you under the bus. My bad, homie. But I'm bigger than you. I'll kick your ass. So they taped the lines onto the rail. You can't see it watching the movie, but they taped the lines.
Okay.
I was like, this thespian is a pro thespian. He's forgetting 5 lines. But whatevs. I've fluffed some lines. I'm trying. So I understand. I get it. Nice guy. So literally, Al hired me, and I started doing too good. They had 2 dudes in there, 2 Marines. They dropping off paychecks to us like it was ridiculous. And I'm like, this is crazy. I'm getting paid to do this shit? Really? And so they moved me from there to Clark and Diversey. They finally moved me. They moved me 4 or 5 times. And I remember my last time they moved me to Howard and Clark. Guess who was not there? The guy that wouldn't hire me. I actually took his office on purpose. And everybody was like, who are you? I don't want to talk about that. And I would tell people I'm the new training director because I didn't want to. I don't want to beat my chest because I never meant to get into fighting or martial arts to be Mr. International. It just happened that way.
How'd you even get into martial arts?
A stupid bet, man.
A bet?
I was an art major.
Wait, what year is this now?
Oh my God, this is in the 90s.
Have you seen his art, Zito?
No.
Oh my
It's
God,
wicked.
it's
Come on.
ridiculous. I actually
Look
draw.
on his Facebook page.
Yeah, I've got.
I've never seen your art.
I actually draw.
Could you draw something for our
Oh
wall
my
here?
God, I got
100%.
That'd be
yeah,
dope as hell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I laugh because even one time I was with Evan Showman, and he's badass. I mean, what he does with number 2 pencil is amazing. Evan Showman's the shit. So when we was at a expo, and he said, "Shonie, I heard you draw." I was like, "Yeah, come draw with me." You ain't gonna Michelangelo me, homie, and show me up. I said, give me some time. I need silence, some melatonin, some ZMA, and quiet. Leave me alone. So, literally, yeah, bam. Okay.
Is that your stuff right there?
No, that's not mine. I'm gonna show you.
I just Googled it.
I'm going to look on your Instagram, Shonie.
Yeah, it's some on Instagram. Wait, how do you do this? Hold up. I got some. Oh, you want shiny, not Shonie.
Oh,
but it's okay. I got you. I got you.
Typo.
Yeah, I'm like, who the hell is shiny?
I got it.
Shiny art.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I can do this.
Here, hold on. Here's one of them.
Let me see. Is that the soldier one? The Marine?
Here, hold on.
Let me see.
This one?
Yes, that's one of my faves. From pencil to paper, paper to ink, ink to fill. That's a 24 by 36.
Wow.
Yeah. And with Sharpies from Walgreens.
Shout out to Walgreens.
Yeah, shout out to Walgreens. They didn't even pay me.
Damn, dude.
So-
Look at
so
all
you
this
were-
stuff, Zito.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you were art major
In college.
in college.
Hang
on
on,
the wrestling
hang
team.
on.
So,
So-
U.S. Marine. Yeah.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Proviso East.
Proviso East. You wrestled there.
You wrestled there. I was the
Did you go to state?
I was the scrub.
Okay.
I was the scrub at Provisos. I didn't make varsity until my second semester senior year.
I did not know that.
Dude, they were chiseling athletes out of the damn wall.
What weight class were you senior year?
130. 130, 135.
Yeah, you're right here. This
Yeah,
is where I'm at.
yeah. But it was no 10th planet yet.
Scrawny little guy.
We just had Pluto.
That's
we didn't have X1. But no, it was crazy.
I was that in 3rd grade.
Yeah, I found pictures too. I found news clippings of me at 135. I was a leg rider too, apparently. I don't even remember riding hooks in.
Oh, jeez.
So
Yeah.
How'd you get hooked up with Triton then? Or did you just start doing really well senior year?
No, what it was, I was a scrub. Literally, somebody got injured, they just threw me in. And what it was a team regionals. It was us in Lyons Township.
Oh, no.
And Joe Shoemaker had just beat Eric Robinson, who ended up 7th and 2nd in the nation in college. But Shoemaker had Eric Robinson's number. Because he beat him once and pinned him once. So Bill Cartwright I believe he played chess. I really think he just played chess.
He's a legend.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The shit that went on in that room, I know, remembering ethically, that shit was not supposed to happen at the high school level.
Yeah.
The workouts were those were grown ass men.
He's like the Vince Lombardi of high school wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So he says, "Goddamn, we got Beckham starting at 140." I'm like, 140? No, you're going to make 135. What? He beat my ass. He knocked 5 pounds off of me. That was the only time I ever remember just getting thrashed.
Yeah.
And but after dealing with Cartwright, I walked in mad looking at Joe Shoemaker like, ass whooping homie. And I beat him. But back to more, it was crazy because what got me into the seat with y'all. I didn't know what to do after high school because all I did was stayed eligible. That's all I did. And it was so much around me. Freshman year, 108 freshmen. 4 teams. They had the starting, the backup to the backup, the backup to the backups, and then there was me. Freshman year.
Right.
Senior year, 4 of us graduated. 4 seniors. And
You were one of them?
I was one of the 4.
Nice.
After high school, I was sitting looking at the damn diploma like, fuck do I do now?
Right.
I took auto shop and wood shop. English comp. I did that 4 years. I loved writing and drawing. So I said, fuck this. I got to do something. I actually, life slapped me in the face with a brick real hard. I went to the military, at Winston Plaza. Well, they used to have the armed forces. Literally, the Navy, the Air Force, and the Army were on lunch. I was going to go to the Air Force with a buddy of mine. He didn't even go to the Air Force. I was going to join the Air Force with him. They were gone. The door was locked. I'm like, what the fuck? So I just walked into
Winston Plaza over in Melrose Park?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And literally, the only door to open was the U.S. Marines. And I didn't know.
Right.
I just walked into that office. Hey, how do I sign up? That was literally the conversation. Sergeant signs. I have the picture to this day of him, I think. And from there, after the Marines, the first time I ever made the honor roll was at Triton College in my entire life. I was so structured, focused. It was insane. You'd either love me or hate me because I walked around campus with cufflinks, my shirt tucked in, with a backpack, and wrestling shoes. So I'm going to make the Olympics, the 96 Olympics. And that was 92. I think I just missed the 92 Olympics. I'm going to make, and I walked up to Harry McGinnis and said this stone cold, I'm about to be your next national qualifier, All-American and world team member. Where's your locker room? And I looked at him, stone cold. He's like, who are you? You know, he's how nice he is.
This is the head coach at
The head
Triton, by
coach
the
of
way.
Triton.
Oh, wow.
The athletic
Okay.
director now. He's about to retire.
Yeah, he was about to retire. Yeah.
So he says, the locker room. I said, we'll see. I said, yeah, we will see. And I walked in there, and I said, who's your 150-pounder? And he said, and Dave Lorimer, who's now a Chicago cop, he says, I am. You're fired. I walked in the locker room. I went and changed clothes and put on my, whatever the hell I had.
Those green and yellow combat speeds.
Dude, no, not before. I ain't had them yet.
Oh, my bad.
I ain't made the world team yet.
Yeah, my bad.
So literally, I walked back on the mat. You had an asshole hand slap. And he stuck his hand up, and I slapped his hand away. And he tried to shoot. I clenched and I threw him. I ragdolled him. And from there, I made it to nationals, didn't place. I got pissed. I went to Bismarck, North Dakota. I placed first and third. First in Greco, third in freestyle. They handed me this packet. Tour du Monde. You're part of the Tour du Monde team. I'm like, what the hell is that? Oh, you're going to Budapest, Hungary if you can, $2,000. $2,000?
Holy Chris.
For what? Representing the United States in Olympic wrestling. Olympic style wrestling. All right, we got this. I went back to Triton College that Monday. We drove back. I went to a student government. I was slick. This is the hood. This is the hood, west side of me.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah, that's
I
pretty good.
literally joined student government. Didn't say shit first. Didn't say nothing. And so I was like, I got on student government. I picked my battle. I elected to join the Treasury, to be the Treasury Committee.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. So literally, when I was on the committee, and I was like, then I presented it to the committee.
Yeah.
It was like, I gave it some warm up time. Let me be on the team. Student going about a month. Let them know. Literally, I was like, hey guys, I just came back from qualifying, and I showed them the packet, and they're like, oh wow, you're gonna be in the Olympics? That's the plan, with sponsorship. And they're like, how much you need? $2,000. Whoa. I said, yeah. I said, how much y'all think y'all can get me? They said, well, we'll try for the whole thing. So we go to the main body of the student. I learned about parliamentary procedures, and I presented it to them.
Yeah.
That's why I laugh at government, because I get it, what's going on. They on that bullshit in government. So literally, the president at the time was Dr. Jornt. His daughter, Gretchen, she was head of the Treasury Committee. And I pushed that woo at her. Gretchen, your boy, what's up? Yeah. So literally, I campaigned with Gretchen.
Yeah.
So she presented it, and they gave me $1,000. Half the battle is won.
Nice.
I won of two, but take what you can get.
For sure.
If I'd asked for $1,000, they gave me $500.
This is 96?
92.
92. Wow.
Right. Right. I got a sponsor from an auto dealer. They gave me like $1,000. Somebody else gave me $500. So I actually had more than I needed. I didn't keep campaigning. I get $2,500. So literally, I went overseas, wrestled the Rakutsi Cup, and that's when I worked out with Attila Repka. And from there, I came back with those hot little Adidas, and everybody knew what the hell they were. They were like, "How'd you get those?" I'm like,
Right.
you know how I got it.
Those turquoise ones?
No, lime green and pink.
Lime green.
Yeah, the first ones.
Right. Ah.
Are those called Sickies or whatever?
The International Light. I got to look at them. They're
Yeah.
in storage.
Old school.
Yeah, and from there, I went off to Carson Newman College in Jefferson City, Tennessee. And they had these underground fights and street wrestling. I'm like, oh, hell yeah.
And you got involved in underground fights and stuff like that?
Oh, dude, I got fights on VHS. I used to do underground fights here in Chicago at the Tropicana de Cache.
Like smoker fights?
No.
Wait, what place did you go?
Milwaukee and Orange, Tropicana de Cache. It used to be called, when they closed it, I went to V Live, and it's gone. But literally, I have fights on VHS fighting 5-6 guys a night.
How many fights have you had, would you say?
Overall.
Because, I mean,
Combative
professionally, you've got like 170.
Oh, it's more than that.
What- yeah.
Wait.
Professionally.
When I was in the UFC,
Yeah.
I was doing underground fights every Tuesday.
What?
I have probably, I hope I didn't lose it. And I'm going to cry if I did. And I think about it. I'm going to look it up on this. I have a toolbox full of DVDs, and I think I left that one DVD. I had lost, either my laptop got stolen or lost. And I had 3 DVDs in it. And whoever has it, please return it if y'all listening. But on this one DVD, I have 42 fights, and if you were not there, you don't know about.
No shit.
Just in that one DVD. I have a storage bin full of VCR tapes of fights. One night, I fought 7 times. I stayed in the ring, fought 7 guys. They literally came out the audience. I fought this guy, then
Who's that 7th guy who rolls out there?
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
I'll be the one.
And guess who it was?
You know what I mean?
Was it my dad?
Nope. You ready? Nick, y'all don't know about this. Super Dan.
Oh my God! I just saw him the other day.
Super Dan. It's a friend that he's an epic old school friend of ours.
Okay.
And I laugh because it would
Dan
be
Monet.
yeah, there would be like Mickey Cobra's Latin Kings, R. Kelly, Peter Weller, like Sammy Sosa's brother Luis. There would be like celebrities in the audience, and they would bet on fight. They would have pit bull fights and cock fights.
Like
down.
Lionheart.
This shit was real.
Fuck,
They had the Latin music playing, and literally like between fighting, doing underground fights with live music playing or DJ playing music, then I would go to Japan and fight. And I was under. Then when they couldn't beat me in Japan, I got a fight offer. My last fight, wait, was it second last or last? I fought this guy named Kumio. It's crazy I can remember this stuff. Kumio Kunioku, who had knocked out Frank Shamrock on the knee to the head. I fought him to a draw, even though I hit him with a spinning back fist. Matthew Serra was not the first. So literally, they called it a draw. I'm like, what the fuck was that?
What was the rules? Just anything goes?
Yeah, just go.
NHB.
Yeah,
Fight to the death.
Yeah, you just go.
Just go.
Just go.
Valley
Until,
Tudo.
can the guy give up or
Oh yeah,
or like
no, I
tap
wouldn't.
out?
Oh dude, I just I felt some guys I felt bad for.
Really?
I mean, one guy, his name was Hank something. I mean, it was like, you know, what was that cartoon? His name is Hank. He sells propane.
Oh, King of the Hill.
King of the Hill. His name was Hank. He looked like Hank. I'd never forget this. And I felt bad for him because I worked out all day. I partied at night, worked out at night, slept when I wanted, woke up when I wanted, go to fight or go out to club on Tuesday. I didn't go out on the weekends because I didn't give a shit. I worked in the strip club. And it's crazy. I would train, fight in the Latin club on Tuesday, work in the strip club on the weekend, cable man during the week.
Gee.
Yeah.
What strip club did you work at?
It's now called Pink Monkey. It used to be called Scarlet's.
That's one of my clients. It used to be called Scarlet. Yeah, you're right.
I was there. With Mark Vadic was the owner. Oh, bro, let me tell you. So literally,
It's a big building over there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hank got in the ring and he was like, I'm like, come on, man. And I felt bad because, you know, I'm 20-something years old, U.S. Marine, running cross country. I was running a 5-minute mile.
Jeez.
I'm 150 pounds, 170. Right. That's why I laugh at the new kids. I'm like, why the fuck you tired? Shut up. Your job is be in shape. Literally, I did like this. And I let him punch himself out. I would elbows. Like, he'd punch hooks, and I knew he was going to get tired. You know, and that little heart rate was beating. I seen it beating through the shirt. And then I hit him a hot little duck under, got his back, sunk the hooks in, and I literally grabbed him under his chin and leaned back.
You just stretched him.
I stretched, I hit it up the high breaks, and I was behind him, and I was like, this is about to elbow him. I'm like, I wouldn't do it. And then, you know, I just humiliated him to the point where he just tapped out.
Right.
And I got up, and I just, even though at a street fight, ethically, some things I just won't do.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we were talking about that earlier, like,
Yeah.
and I tell people, when you start doing jiu-jitsu, you want to roll with somebody like me. You're not going to get hurt. You get you a hot little white belt or a brand new blue belt, you're going to get fucked up.
Yeah.
Because they just good enough to be dangerous.
Right.
And literally, I look at it like it's a journey for me because many people that come before me, you, whatever, they've been humbled a lot in life. You know what humbled me? When a bullet whizzed past my head and it ricocheted off of a brick wall. And I was told, when you hear it, you're okay. It's when you don't hear it, oh shit. That means you've been hit. If it hurts, you'll be all right. You probably ain't gonna die. When you get hit and it don't hurt, start making peace with your creator. And
Damn.
yeah, and that's the ain't that
That hit the hurt.
yeah.
No.
The other time what turned me into this guy
serious.
was the day I threw a hand grenade. I was actually an introverted art major. And let me skip back and forward. We had a bad winter a few years ago. I smoked weed for the first time at 39 years old. I took my first drink at 32. I discovered ZMA, melatonin, and marijuana work wonders. I puffed on an L, and I have a bitchin' ass marker collection. I did 96 drawings in one winter, whether it was 11 by 17, 8 by 10, or 24 by 36, from paper to pencil, pencil to ink, ink to fill, from end to end. That's when you saw that picture of the Marine. And the crazy part is that when I threw a hand grenade, it activated my fucking testicles, I believe. I really do. And it gave me a sense of how fucked up the human is. When people think about war, or like the UFC, as real as it gets, no the fuck it ain't. I've seen bodies. I've been in countries that you don't hear about. I was in Cairo, Egypt a few years back when they were kicking out President Mubarak. And I took the fight in Tel Aviv, Israel. When I say I will start off in Israel, but actually I started in Germany. Then went from Germany to Israel, Israel to Egypt after the fight. And I went there to pray at the Wailing Wall. I walked the Via Dolorosa, the route Jesus took on the way to his crucifixion. I have holy water. And it was crazy because you don't know what civil political unrest is. We don't in America. So much shit we take for granted. People think they're real tough in the cage. And I'm like, no, you're cute, you're sexy, you got nice abs. When you see the video of these guys who cut the head off of a goat and played polo with it on a horseback, and I'm like, these motherfuckers is nuts. Oh, I prayed in a mosque as a Christian. I made a tie that gave them like $20 or $50, and they said the Israeli promoter said, Shonie, it's not good for Americans to go to Egypt. You're Christian, bro. I'm like, yeah. They don't like Christians there. I said, well, I'm wearing a damn kilt. And he's like, what? I said, crazy don't mess with crazy. That goes all across the world. And they said, and he was like, well, I'm wearing a tank top, a kilt, and combat boots with soccer socks with a diamond belt buckle and a top hat. It's on my Facebook page. I'm staying on the Pyramid of Giza wearing that hat.
Oh, shit.
I got you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I did it on purpose because literally crazy won't mess with crazy.
Right.
And it was my bucket list because I had a family relative who's an uncle who's a pastor. He used to talk about the great praying at the Wailing Wall. He used to get on my nerves. Love Uncle Dave to death. But yeah.
Wow.
I've been to the Sphinx. I've been in the pyramids, on the pyramids. And the thing is,
What do you think about them pyramids?
we didn't make them.
No.
We didn't make the pyramids.
No.
Kiss my ass.
Humans didn't make it.
No. There's a pyramid in the Antarctic. There's a pyramid in Oregon, Illinois. There's a pyramid in China. There's a pyramid in the Antarctic. The Machu Picchu, Mexico. We got cell phones, right? Mm-hmm. They didn't have cell phones. We can't build a car to last 20 years. They built a structure that lasted 5,000 years. Right. And what you see above the sand is underneath the sand. You have to duck walk on a 45-degree angle. The cornerstone of the Pyramid of Giza is 31 tons. Now, if you want to figure what that is, that's 2,000 times 31. Now, the smallest brick on the Great Pyramid of Giza is 2.5 tons. I challenge anybody within the confines of internet communication understanding and technical understanding and what I'm about to say. I will challenge you. I will give you the $1 million if you would take you and your best 1,000 friends to try to float a damn brick up a river on wooden pontoons against the current and then build a house that can stand on sand. The clock has begun. Tick tock. We can't build a Cadillac or an SUV to last a hot 7 to 10 years.
Right.
And then the columns of Turkey are older than the pyramids of Giza.
Damn.
That's fucking I want to go. I mean, it's amazing.
It's a history lesson here at Grappler Union.
Now you understand why they call me Mr. International.
Hey, by the way, do you got beef with Pitbull for jacking your name?
Okay.
Pitbull, the artist, the singer.
Pitbull, the rapper.
The rapper?
Yeah,
What happened with that?
He's air quotes Mr. International.
Oh,
You
is
know
he
who else
really?
did that shit?
Yeah.
I'm
I
glad
didn't
you
know
brought that up. Pitbull, no. You're a tough dog in the neighborhood. I'm a lichen werewolf. Now, another person, I'm going to rehash this. Shannon the Little Cannon Rich, you are not Mr. International. Jeremy Heathen Stevens. No, you are not the new Mr. International. Just because you went to Canada, tell him I said hi. No, nobody's Mr. International. No.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah, I laughed when I heard that. I was like, that's cute. You called yourself Mr. International. I've gone through and lost 5 passports. Used and lost. I lost 1 or 2 and I've used up 3 or 4 of them. And
This is so ironic. We have Mr. International sitting right across from Zito, who's never left the country.
I haven't.
Zito,
No.
guess what? Guess what?
Neither have I,
See,
though.
there's a reason why.
Yeah, but you're 21.
Yeah, that's true.
Guess what's gonna happen? Guess what's gonna happen? We're gonna have to do something. They got good drugs in Mexico to keep me fighting till I'm 51. So, Chuck, sorry, buddy, you're gonna have to be my corner man in some strange country, whether it's Romania, Bulgaria, Turkey, or wherever. I laugh.
Shoney, talk to this guy. Tell him to.
We gotta
tell
go.
him to travel.
Where would be you to go overseas? Where's the first place to go? Is it Egypt or is it Spain?
No,
or is
we're
it
not.
Greece?
We're not going there.
No.
Where's the
not
first place
Egypt.
Mr. International is going to send you?
Yeah, where's for
Oh my
Ireland?
God.
Where you go?
No, Ireland is nice, but
It's Wisconsin, basically.
I said that I didn't. I didn't
I've
say
been
that.
there 20 times. That's
Okay,
what I
I'm
did.
not tripping. Let me think.
pizza's
What's
here.
a good place?
Let's think about it. Let's eat. Let's
Pause.
eat, and then
Good place to pause.
Yeah,
Let's have pizza.
Pizza's here.
Okay,
All right, let's
pause.
pause. All right.
Oh, they said it to me at the Newbury. I was like, what the hell is Kambach? And that's when Bill looked at it. Whoa! Oh, you mean go?
Come on, go. Yeah, we're
Shoney,
back. We're back.
so where
back.
where are
way.
we sending Zito?
Okay, I'm thinking either Rio de Janeiro, Brazil,
Oh,
so we can
okay.
go to Monte Cristo and I can get that selfie in the hand. Spain.
Spain. No Greece, huh?
We've been to Greece,
Oh,
and,
that-
Greece is fun, but they drive like they crazy as hell.
crazy, huh?
Oh my God, partying is wonderful over there, though. You know, the airport freaked me out the first time I ever seen porn in an airport.
Wait, porn in the airport.
Porn in the airport, butt ass naked in videos, and you know, Pornhub.com is right there, based in Greece. At the airport. I was like, wow, y'all are really liberal. They had TNA right in the newspaper. I'm like,
Damn.
yeah.
We have a lot of new beaches over there, right? Topless beaches.
Oh
in Greece.
yeah,
That's the word on the
see-
street.
But see, the thing is, let me explain, okay? Let me explain something to you. It sounds sexy, but you got to remember.
They're not all tens.
It's a bunch of 2s and a whole bunch of 1s. You might get a hot 15 to 29s or 8s and above. You know, you'll see 37s.
The ratio is very off.
Oh, it's off. It's horrible. Hell, I thought I was doing it big in Israel. I was walking in my Speedos, and then this old fat guy with a big belly, he walked in, he had his gold Speedos. I'm like, Uncle!
Oh my God.
It was hilarious. So it was like the butt naked bike ride in Chicago. Not cool.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Can we get to the Matt Sarah?
Okay, let's talk about Matthew.
Let's talk about Matt Sarah, please.
Matthew, Sarah.
You
Okay.
guys still friends?
Oh, you know, it depends on what I say.
Right.
He'll call in. All right. So let me go back. Let's think. All right. What had happened was I was on a 2-0 win streak, and I didn't think much of it because I was still doing my own thing. I do stuff and keep it moving. So I got the fight offer. I'm like, whatevs. 4-4, 4,000 to show, 4,000 to win. My first UFC was 500 and 500, UFC 22. So literally, I didn't think about it too much. I just said, well, let's go train. My old buddy, Dean D'Alessandro, he's an old boxer, Italian guy. And we didn't grapple at all for that fight. At all.
For the Matt Sarah fight?
Not at all.
Against a pure grappler?
Abu Dhabi champion.
Good gameplay.
It works. It worked great.
Yeah.
So Dean took me up to this hill with a military sandbag. I had to run sprints carrying a sandbag. I got to the top of it. He would punch me in the stomach. Literally.
You guys went the Rocky route.
The
Rocky 4 round.
oh my
Yeah.
God, it was ridiculous. And I would do squats with the bag, drop the bag, run back down, bear crawl up. I'm like, oh, come on. So literally, that's all the conditioning was. And the training, I mean, it was insane. And I go to the, time to go. Dean is a certified accountant. He didn't want to go. I'm like, come on, you the one that, whatever. He's an older guy.
Oh, Uncle Dean.
Uncle Dean.
Uncle Dean. Come
Uncle
on.
Dean.
Come on, man.
Dean D'Alessandro.
Yeah.
Double D.
Oh my gosh.
So literally, who's my corner? I forget who's my corner. Brian Gassaway.
Oh jeez.
Right. So literally, I missed my flight. I was tardy getting to my flight. I used to be horrible, way worse than I am now. Way worse. The time is
Not
now.
possible.
It is. Believe me. I missed 2 flights getting to O'Hare.
Although you were early to get here today.
That was me.
That was
I
it.
drove.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's the
because of him. Yeah, he told me the wrong time. He already knows. So I get there and literally, Brian made the flight. He's the nice, organized, 3-bedroom house in Glenwood. Yeah, he's nice. He's squared away. And so I get on the plane finally. I land in, was it Atlantic City we landed? Yeah. So I bump into none other than Baby J Penn.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So, Shonie, like, what's up, BJ, man? What's happening with you? I said, man, I need a ride. You good, right? Give me a ride. You got all the money in the world, right? And he's laughing. And he says, Shonie, who you fighting? Some guy named Matthew Serra. You mean Matt Serra? Yeah, whatever. What's the story? And he's like, what? He said, I got DVD footage on him. They've been trying to get me to fight him. Oh, I got you. Don't worry. I'll finish this shit quick. And he's like, do you know anything about him? No, watch the footage. For what? I mean, it's too late. I'm already here. Mm-hmm. He's like, are you sure, brother? I'm like, yeah, man. What's up? So we get to the hotel, and he's like, he's begging me to show me this footage. I'm like, no, it's going to spook me. I don't want to see shit. I said, hey, didn't you kick some ass over at Abu Dhabi? He's like, yeah. I was supposed to have been there. He said, well, why weren't you there? Master Bob Sherman took my spot. He's like, yeah, I did see him. I'm like, uh-huh. Moving on. And
The rest is history.
Yeah. So literally, he goes this way, I go my way. We get to the hotel, Tropicana Hotel. Mm-hmm. And so I go down to the open workout room, and Brian is there. Carlos Newton is down there.
Oh, damn.
Oh no, this gets good. I fought him too. But anyway, so I'm on the we're going to mat, and literally BJ is doing this Gumby shit. I think 10 Planet Tough. BJ got you faded, son. BJ was laying there with his legs like this, not 90, like behind his back, straight. I'm like, what the fuck? I said, and then he rolls back and grabs his ankles and puts his ankles behind his head. I'm like, what in the flying fuck felt? What's that? What? He said, hey, you want to roll?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I flipped off BJ. Whatevs. I'm like, no, I'm straight, homie. I'm saving all my juice. I don't want to mess up my whole feng shui. And so Brian forgot his focus mitts. He had to go back upstairs. So I'm over there on those water-based bags. I hate those things. Get rid of them. So then I start pop, hitting the bag. Because I'm working out with Double D, old man Dean D'Alessandro.
Uncle Dean.
Yes, I'm hitting it. I'm throwing the lead jab, pop, throwing the double hook off the jab, or the double jab, sweeping with a right hook, left cross. I'm a southpaw. So Carlos Newton begins his long history with me of asking dumbass questions.
You and Canadians, what's going on?
Man, at least that Canadian.
Yeah.
Oh, he says, Shonie. I'm like, what's up, Carlos? He's like, I got a question for you. I'm like, hold up. Pop. I'm throwing a double jab or a jab, cross, step to the right, step to the left, throw a sweeping right hook, step to the right, throw the left cross. He's like, Shonie, where did you get your golden gloves? I said, fuck you talking about? You're a boxer, right? No, Carlos. I do stuff. He said, but no, where do you get your golden gloves? I'm like, Carlos, you don't purchase golden gloves. The Golden Gloves is an organization. don't ask me that shit again. He's like, no, really. I'm like, okay, listen, this is a black man to black man conversation. Don't ask me no dumb shit like that ever again. Ever, 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 ever. I said the Golden Gloves is USA Boxing for amateurs. Then you go, I'm giving him the
Right.
I'm like, dude, look the shit up. So Brian comes down, we do the mitts and everything. Hendo comes in. And after we sweat, he's like, you want to roll? I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm tired of just punching shit anyway. Hendo comes in, he tries to do a 2-on-1 arm drag. I'm like, get that bullshit off. And I actually tried to hit a duck under on Dan Henderson with great intent and thinking I'm going to end this story with I did it. No, that shit didn't. That didn't. No. It was a, yay, Shonie for trying.
Right.
Hey, I tried.
Is this before or after you wrestled in the Olympics?
This is after.
Okay.
Fresh.
Oh, so you tested him.
I had to test him. I had to test the waters.
Yeah.
Never again. No. Yeah.
Are you bigger than him? What?
We're about
the same?
Yeah. Well, I mean, now.
Now, right.
At that time, fuck no. He was bigger.
He was bigger. Yeah.
But, he was nice about it as he dumped me to earth violently. And BJ's like, you sure you don't roll? Like, all right, I'm done with this shit. Brian, let's go. I made weight. And I left. So literally, during we know I knocked Matt Serra out. Matt Serra, I did the whole hip shake on my Speedos, but somebody stole that pair of those fuckers. I wanted to wear them this summer. Whatevers. So literally, I'm walking out the cage, and this is the beginnings, the inklings of what UFC is now.
Mm-hmm. This is what year?
2001. Yeah.
Was that tough?
No.
No?
No, that was 06.
Oh.
It's crazy I can remember this shit, I'm telling you.
Scary.
Yeah. It's scary.
Yeah.
So, 01, and then they had a Chicago magazine and another magazine. Like, it was like a really high-level magazine. Not like Ebony or Jet or McCall's. This is like the upper crusty people read this magazine. So I'm like, and they wanted to do a photo shoot with everybody right out of the ring. But me being me, I'm like, fuck you. You ain't gonna have me looking all sweaty and stupid looking. So I said, I gotta pee. This cup is up on my crotch. I gotta pee. I didn't have to pee. I just wanted to go to the bathroom.
Right.
I went to go pee. I showered. I got my suit back on. Bam, threw on the fedora. Walked back out there like, what the? They said you had to pee. I did. I did pee. But I had to go shower. I looked good. You ain't gonna put me on camera looking all fucked up. No. But we wanted to after look fight. Well, this is what I look like after fights.
Right.
And they're like, really? And so I'm walking with the production assistant, the lady, and so she walks in. I purposely slowed down because she had this fat booty on. I was just looking. I mean, she was fucking nice. Come on.
Yeah.
And so up comes this fucking loudmouth dude running up on me, and I'm like, he hit that, I'm about to fuck you up walk, like you about to snake me. And I'm like, what's up, homie? Do you know who the fuck you are? Who you beat? I'm like, whoa, slow your roll. Who the fuck are you? I'm Nick Serra. I'm Matt Serra's brother.
Oh, damn.
And?
Oh, damn. Nick.
You're right. Nick Serra rolled up on me. I'm like, hold up, pimpin'. This is a cream off-white suit. This shit is Italian made, okay? This shit is custom. Now, you need to bring that down a few thousand degrees. I'm sure he has a bright career coming up in the future. Chill the fuck out. I'm just trying to get to this photo shoot to look good. Which one you got? What you got?
Nothing.
Okay. So literally, he rolled up and he was like, oh, you ain't gonna do shit but get knocked the fuck out. Now you need to go ahead on with that jiu-jitsu shit. Look at this. The score is 1,375,000. Jiu-jitsu, karate won. It's no longer a shutout. Karate beat jiu-jitsu this one time.
Right.
And
He was
like,
a back fist, right? He was
spinning back fist. Ushiro Bosekeken. That's the Japanese terminology. So I go to the coach and she's like, what was that all about? I said, oh, this fucking jabroni is making I knocked his brother out. What the fuck ever? Oh, who the fuck he is? Who the fuck is he? And she's like, who that guy? I said, yeah, I don't know. I'm like, all right. And she's like, do you know who that guy is you beat? I'm like, little Italian boy. I don't know. BJ Penn told me that he was some dude who did jiu-jitsu. He's the first American black belt under was it Henzo?
Yeah, he's a Henzo black belt.
Yeah, I'm like,
He's the first American under him, though?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Why did I not know
He's
that?
legit. That's why I said, I'm like, you're fighting Matt Serra, you're not going to work on any grappling.
Right. And I didn't care because you don't fight the belt, you fight the man.
Yeah.
And I didn't think about it like that, And so I did the photo shoot, and everybody's like, dude, we thought he was going to sub you in 30 seconds, right? Y'all funny. Fuck out of here with that.
You did show off some pretty good omoplata defense in that.
You know what's crazy? I never saw an omoplata in my life.
Oh, really?
That was pure determination and stubbornness.
I think you're in what, probably 3 or 4 of them?
Yeah, and it was choking the shit out of us. What the fuck is this? I said, what the fuck is this?
Not gonna lie, one of those might have been like a 10-8 round.
Oh, no, it was. That's what he told me.
Yeah.
And I was laughing.
Sorry, Uncle Shonie.
No, it's okay. No, I was laughing because when I fought Daniel Viana in Chicago, he was one of the first black belts for Carson Gracie in America, and that went to a draw. Then I fought this guy named I fought a guy who was the first American black belt under Hoist, and Sonny something, I forget his last name, but it was in King of the Cage, and originally I beat him by decision. And at that time, King of the Cage was 2 5-minute rounds. Then all of a sudden they wanted a third round. I'm like, what the fuck? For us, I was contracted to fight 2 5-minute rounds. Now you're gonna throw a third round on me. So I just did a fight like 2 days ago. I fought on Tuesday of that week. Flew out to where was that fight in Texas or somewhere? So I did 2 fights in a week, and I'm like. And it's not just some bullshit underground fight. These are like real fights. Oh, it was Colorado Springs. I fought John Crunk for a WEF middleweight world title, and I made him quit in the second round. And then I flew out winning that belt, and I fought again that week. And they were like,
"Man, how do you fight so much? Jesus!"
Oh my God!
I mean, my recovery. I mean, how's the recovery work for that?
I really tell people, it was like, for instance, my first job that I've ever cared about was cardio. That was my first and most important job. And like when I fought Matt, Dean instilled it in me, but I knew about it because I remember one time I don't know if it was wrestling or something I was doing, I got tired. And that shit spooked me. Yeah. And it wasn't so much that the person was better than me, it was just... And I don't remember what fight or what was it, a grappler? It was some that caused fear. And they said fatigue will make a coward out of a man. And that shit is real as gravity. Yeah. And I said, I will never again, I get mad. I will say to any athlete, especially you TV fucking MMA, basketball, especially MMA, your first fucking job is cardio, not technique, it's cardio. Your second job is your diet. Your third job is then drilling. Your fourth job is performing. And if you don't have your cardio, your diet, and your training drilling together, why go? Why show up?
Right.
Because as a Marine, if my first job is to kill the enemy, the first thing I pack is bullets. The second thing I pack is I make sure I got water. The third job is my helmet. And literally, I can't think of a time when even if I looked like I was tired, I was really tired. I've got the fights on VHS, and I tell these fighters, I don't care if you're, especially the 135-pounders, don't be tired, please.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't ever get tired.
No. And that's why when I spar, whether it's grappling or punching and kicking, I will go with you because I'm not trying to, I'm trying to keep up with you. Yeah. And literally, like I went to MTC, Midwest Training Center one time, and there was this little black dude, and he had the gnarly ears.
Oh, Anton.
Yeah.
Antoine.
Yeah. And I said,
kid.
yeah. I was like, all right, you little fuck. Make it, let's see what you get. I said, don't worry about hurting me. Don't worry. I'll tap if it hurts. No, I won't. And he went, oh, like, what the fuck? And it was a great workout.
Yeah.
And he's like, and the guy's like, dude, you don't. I was like, no, I don't hurt anybody. I can grab you and throw the shit out of you, but if I clinch with somebody, work with somebody, if once I get your feet up in there, I'll set you down because I know I got it.
Right.
But when it comes to cardio, my God, that is Go run till you puke. Do squats till you puke. Do something till it hurts, till it don't hurt, then until it start hurting again.
Yeah.
And literally, if you can't understand that pain, come see me. My phone number is 312-937-7569. I will train you and show you what pain is. Then you'll be numb, and you'll say, "Can we run that back?" I puked on an Ultimate Fighter during a workout.
Really?
Yeah, I puked. Literally had me doing jump squats with the resistance band around the neck.
Oh yeah.
And literally they were pulling, and I would jump on the meter box. Now they built boxes for it, and literally they made me jump till I puked. I missed the bucket 4 times.
Oh Jesus Christ.
No, it was beautiful.
They record that?
Oh yeah.
Oh nice.
It's on the. I gotta find the DVD set. It's somewhere in the closet. Literally after I puked, I said, "Let's do that again. That was fun." I have never puked before, and I have not puked since working out. And they actually almost kicked me off the show because I puked, because I would not stop working out.
Yeah.
It is the most liberating feeling to know you can push yourself to the point where your body shuts down and you get a restart. And then you know if you're training. Like I said, a lot of Chicago athletes, MMA and grappling, think they're training hard. I'm like, no. Have you ever fainted or puked? If you have not, you've not overtrained. I'm gonna get somebody, some techie smart person, to take the picture of my first weigh-in. Take the picture of that second weigh-in. When I fought Rich Clemente, then when I fought Matthew Serra. And you will swear I was on some shit. I wasn't. I was in Vegas with the athletic commission. They were on our ass. They even they've watched us on camera so much they even watched when we took a shit. Yeah, literally. And the idea of working out, that's what old man Dean would do to me. He'd make me puke.
Damn.
When he didn't care because it was right there in the grass.
Yeah.
And that's why, like I said, I had never seen an omoplata or a gogoplata until that fight.
Jeez.
And like when I'm at Chicago Fitness Center, like I said, I teach there Thursdays. If I get there, I teach one guy every day 6 a.m. And literally, Eddie Yoshimura, I remember he watched he's an old school karate guy, 8th degree and some shit. And he was like, "I want you to teach this triangle choke like BJ Penn." I'm like, I said, "Really? You want me to show a triangle choke?" I said, "My left knee don't bend that much." I said, and not to mention, I said, I can do a triangle, but it hurts even my good knee, my right knee. Yeah. I said, I would literally have to hire you because come on in. Hey, you owe me one. Come teach this shit. Because literally, there's some jiu-jitsu moves that like y'all are doing now, and then the old man, Shion Eddie, will see on TV or internet, and I can look at it and understand
what's happening, right?
Yeah, and I can replicate what they're doing. But if it's leg related or I can't touch my shoulder. I physically cannot touch my shoulders. And right, you horrible.
I can't do it either.
That's because you're too damn young.
Because you're rich,
push,
bro.
There you go. You can touch them.
Just wrist locked me.
Yeah, I know.
That's because you're super swole.
Yeah,
Yeah, my traps. That's what it is.
No,
Trap
but
City.
I do laugh about that stuff because, like I said, when I look at when I fought Matt Serra, and then I fought all these guys. Buddy Clinton, that's his name. That's the guy who got belted by Horace Gracie.
Okay.
Buddy Clinton. Yeah. And it's nuts. I can do that. It's crazy.
Didn't you just recently take on a bare knuckle boxing fight in London or something?
Yeah, I was in Coventry, England. Okay. And I was working for LA Fitness as a manager, the personal trainer. So I didn't get to train. I ran on a treadmill. I hit the heavy bag, and I had a buddy of mine come and hold focus mitts for a bit, and that was my training camp. And I jumped rope, and they're like, "You really gonna do a fight?"
How does this work? Somebody contacts you and says, "We got a bare knuckle."
I fought the world champion, Jimmy Sweeney. I lost by decision. I was the first one to take him to distance.
Some Irish dude, right?
Yeah, Irish traveler.
You don't, dude. You don't bare knuckle box those guys.
No, I did. That's a bucket list item completed.
That's what they do.
I know. No, but it was my.
When was this?
It was this April this year.
Come on.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and that's the thing is that I now have 4 fears.
Okay.
I used to have 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. I only have 4 fears.
Let's hear them.
Sierra, Sumerian, Kavion, and Leilani. May I never outlive any of them.
Right.
Okay.
That's my only 4 fears. A fight is nothing to me. I lost the fight. I took a fight on 24-hour notice against Joe Riggs.
Joe
Diesel Riggs.
Joe,
No, it's Diesel, right?
Oh,
Joe Diesel Riggs.
Joe Diesel Riggs.
Yeah.
You're
I
thinking
took
of
a
I'm
fight.
thinking
Joe
of Danny
Stevenson.
Stevenson.
No, I took it on 24 hours notice. Wow. And a fight to me, like I say, and they made it a world title fight. I said, and I lost. And I said, listen, if I had won that belt, just get like something shined out my ass, and I threw a left cross and hit him. We're both southpaws. It's awkward as shit.
Right.
People were talking shit because between the two of us, you got to imagine how many number of fights there were.
Right. Yeah.
And I said, well, if I had won that fight, I would have left the belt in Canada because I'm never going to defend a 205-pound MMA belt. I'd have to get all types of supplemental performance-enhancing drugs because everybody named Mama would come out of the fucking Canadian woods to come at me. And they got to make a ridiculous amount of fight offer for me to defend a belt against some 18 to 29-year-old for me to fight.
Right.
And I didn't even flinch about it. And they were like, are you afraid of what? A fight? Hell no. I even told you, I said, Joe, listen, you know damn well from years back we used to be training partners. I said, look, you know damn well this ain't the Shonie Carter who's been training, and you know this ain't the athletic, overly ridiculous black guy that would really be fighting you. I said, if anything fucking hurts, I'm done. And I said, I'm not trying to say I'm going to do a lay down, but 24-hour notice from Chicago to wherever the fuck I was up in Canada. You know, I mean, people say, well, why are you taking fights for money? I said, because I've got a whole shit ton of belts that most of the UFC staff will never get to see. And I ain't talking about the employees. I'm talking about the employees. There are fighters in the UFC, Bellator, ONE FC, World Series of Fighting, King of the King, all the organizations.
So you're not done fighting?
No.
When was this bare knuckle match?
April.
It's April, Jesus.
Yeah. And
How's that work?
Zito, you ever see the movie Snatch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
I know.
real. That's like a whole culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. I fought the king of the Irish Travelers.
And Travelers is actually the very politically correct term to
Right.
call them. They're normally called knackers, tinkers, pikeys,
Right. And
chippos. You know.
if you look on YouTube, there's a video I uploaded because I became a millennial for a moment. Okay. Let me tell you what happened. Melvin Gilliard, y'all know Melvin is.
Yeah.
Crazy as fuck. Him and I didn't get it because one time they tried to play the pre-fight shit talking thing, and they're not real good at it. And I'm the last one for you really want to do that with. And I was telling them, I said, look, y'all, I came up on a West Side barbershop with a bunch of old black guys. I'm Red Fox, Bernie Mac, and young Eddie Murphy. I'm going to piss you all off so fucking bad, you going to be ready to stab me when I get off the plane. So let's just keep it clean because y'all are very, very rookie. Don't try to be a next coming Conor McGregor. You suck at shit talking, all of you. And then I'm typing and I'm laughing on the other end of the keyboard. And so, but I didn't know Melvin and Jimmy had words, like real words. But I'm like, what ifs? No fucks are given. I have a bunch of no fucks, and I won't give out one. So literally, we get there, and then I'm immediately catching on the beef between him and Jimmy. So they did the weigh-ins, and I barely made weight. Or at least I thought. It's because, you know, I was weightlifting while in LA Fitness. So I looked like the old rocked-up-ass old dad out there, you know. And they were like, Jesus, how much you weigh? I'm something stone, whatever the hell it was. And Jimmy and Melvin had beef. So we walked to go eat. So I now become like Dr. Dre Jr. And literally we walk in this place and Jimmy's in the restaurant. Melvin grabs a napkin off of a table, balls up, and throws it in Jimmy's face. And I'm like, where do I come in as the millennial? I brought my phone. I start videotaping. I'm like, ha, 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 ha. And then they yelling at me, and I went right, this guy's beefing. I'm like, I mean, he's like balling up. I said, oh, there's something. And I'm like, you on camera, homie. You hit me. Wow. You're going to pay.
Touch me and I'll sue.
Right. So literally, I videotaped the whole thing.
Yeah.
Melvin reaches in and picks up a butter knife And I'm laughing because I saw it. Nobody else saw it. But I'm in the hood doing, I'm showing it. Then I uploaded it to YouTube. And they were going back and forth, colorful explicatives, non-politically correct. And I'm laughing. I'm pointing to both sides. He would say something, then Mel would say something, and I'm going back and forth. This shit is funny, ain't it? and I uploaded it, and people were like, and then Jimmy, after we fought, because he had this ridiculously long, I'm talking stupid long, ignorant ass entrance. He's on a throne and people carrying him in. The whole damn song played. He does laps around the ring, and he's coming down forever. I said, hey, get my jump rope. I ain't done warming up. So they're like, what? Get my jump rope. I'm wearing my kilt. I figure, why not? So I'm jumping rope. I'm skipping rope in the middle of the ring while he's doing his
walkout or whatever.
Carry out. I got good because I can behind the back, over the head like a helicopter, figure eight, crossovers, and so then he finally gets in the ring. I'm like, and he does this little Conor McGregor swagger walk. I'm like,
talking about the Billy Strut.
yeah. I'm like, oh God, really? And so it goes the distance, and I get cut. That's the only time I got hit, really.
That's the only scar?
That's the only scar.
No shit.
No shit. And I said, and they was like, dude, I thought, even the audience, maybe, they was like, we thought you were going to get, because it was 13 knockouts. Wow. We just thought for sure, because I'm 45, he's 32.
Yeah.
They thought he was going to knock me out. I said, no, pimpin'. Double jab, move to my right. Double jab, move to my right. And they thought I was going to be more aggressive. I'm like, why? If it's gloved, yeah, I would have jumped in on him. Mm-hmm. But bare knuckle boxing, you have to fight smart. You don't throw too many hooks and uppercuts. You throw straight punches, and you shoulder roll, twist, squat, twist. It's a old Mickey and Rocky Balboa drill.
Right.
And so when, even to this, right, talking to y'all, my left shoulder's kind of sore. Because when he would throw his right, I would twist, and he would punch me in the shoulder.
Jeez.
Yeah, but I'd rather my shoulder be sore than a broken jaw and knocked out in two.
Did you get to tape up your hands at all or no?
No, they put a tape job on it.
They do?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're taped up hard.
Taped up hard.
Damn. So you can really hit.
Right.
Fuck.
That's why I laughed about it, because people thought I was crazy, and y'all too will think that I'm nuts, because I'm going to say that is so much easier than kickboxing or MMA.
Why?
Because you don't have to worry about getting punched or kicked. I mean, kicked or thrown or taken down.
That's what my dad said.
Yeah.
So it's just straight up boxing. You know, no one's kicking or doing anything.
I used to spar with David Diaz when he was training for the Manny Pacquiao fight, and I've worked with Roy Jones Jr.'s coach years ago when I was training with Joe Riggs and Edwin DeWeese. So literally, I've been in the ring with Chicago-style boxers, world-class boxers, Olympic boxers. Whether he's now 16-0 or whatever, I'm like, dude, he said, because even we talked after the fight, he was like, we underestimated you. I said, I didn't even train. I said, let me tell you something. Never underestimate anybody.
Yeah.
I said, because literally, I said, there's a bunch of younger than me UFC fighters who will get cut that'll come over here and knock your fucking block off. I said, you're 16-0, whatever you are now. Mm-hmm. I said, consider that luck, because literally, you're going to take somebody for granted who's 15 years younger than me. And I told him to his face, I said, if this had been me with no job, I ain't talking about taking 15 years off of me. I said, 15 years off of me, you and me fight, you're my bitch. I said, but me, if I had not been working as a manager in a health club, a multi-million-dollar health club, and all I did was train, that'd be to me taking the belt back home to America. Mm-hmm. He said, I said, look, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
How long are these matches?
Mine was 5 2-minute rounds.
5 2-minute rounds.
Yeah, and they gave you a 20-second knockdown of standing 20.
Okay.
I didn't.
That's it, huh?
That was
just
it.
a scar.
Yeah, and there were guys getting knocked out in the first round. Melvin Gilliard knocked out the British Commonwealth champion. He TKO'd him.
So Melvin's doing this too. Huh?
So was this just a bucket list thing, or was the purse like that?
Well, it was 5,000 pounds. I don't, like I said, I'll always be telling the truth about what I make. 5,000 pounds, which is more than $5,000. But for me, this is a journey of lists. I still need to get to the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
I still need to get to the Vatican. I still need to get to Monte Cristo. I need to go to Iguazu Falls in Brazil. And my friends, the Illinois Martial Arts Hall of Fame committee called me and said they want me to retire. They won't induct me into the Hall of Fame.
So you're not even officially retired.
No, I won't retire because
Why would he?
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, listen.
Shonie Carter, Mr. International.
That's true.
The thing is, when a bus driver, you ever seen a bus drivers with a 1,000,000 miles patch on their sleeve?
I've never seen that. No.
Yeah. Well, look at the old school guys. You'll see
Okay.
1,000,000 miles. When a mailman has delivered his 1,000,000th pound or his 1,000,000th letter, do they retire? When a teacher is taught their 1,000,000th student or said their 1,000,000th chapter of reading or math, do they retire?
Probably not.
Yeah, but you could drive a bus till you're 80. I mean,
Yeah,
can't
you can.
fight.
I know, and that's the crazy part. Is that
How do you feel? I mean, I know you got some
other
knee
than
stuff.
my left knee, but I tore my ACL right before the '96 Olympic
But
trials.
head feels good. You don't get headaches or anything. Crazy
No,
like that?
I have a headache. It's called my child's my daughter's mother. She's my headache, and
But you feel like good. And
yeah, honestly, like February 3rd is a new breed tournament, and I'm actually trying to get time where I can work out with everybody just to feel I miss it. God, it's horrible that I'm so in love with this stuff, and it's like an obsessive compulsive disorder, and I tell people I never meant to do this for fame. And I remember watching Max Kellerman and the other guy, Andre Ward. Last year, a lot of top tier boxers retired. Miguel Cotto, Andre Ward retired undefeated. It was a bunch of them. I can't remember them all. But Andre Ward said something when his retirement thing. He explained why. He said it's a slow detoxification process. And you go from this high octane, high speed lifestyle to nothing. I said, I could teach, and I do. But there's something about it when I can show the kids. Like I have 4 kids. And I told my daughter's mother, that all my kids know that I compete. Except for the little one, she don't know nothing. But I want her to see it because I can tell the children, I can tell adults, if there's a goal that you have, plan appropriately and execute efficiently and effectively. Be willing to sacrifice what it is that you hold dear to get what you love. I talk about the Olympics, I talk about these belts, I talk about the Hall of Fame inductions, 7 in a Lifetime Achievement Award, not the UFC, martial arts. I'm in the Hall of Fame with Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee, right? But I didn't care about that. The thing is that I gave up a lot. Yeah, I had my fun, messed with the women. I drank alcohol, but literally, from just making the Olympics, I lost a Carter repossession. My family lost their home to foreclosure. I couldn't work because I was training. Mm-hmm. Remember that dumb little weightlifting set we all get with the concrete weights?
Right.
I would be in the backyard bench pressing and trying to reverse bicep curl and go from a reverse to a catch to the fancy weightlifting, but they call it CrossFit now. Been doing that shit, yeah, whatever. Been doing that shit for years.
Cleans,
yeah. I mean, reverse
I'm like, what
curl.
is this guy talking about?
Yeah, like a reverse. I would do reverse curls.
Right.
I would catch release to a supinated bicep curl. Personal trainer, just go with it. So literally, when you give up what you hold dear to go after what you love, you're willing to be done with it. And essentially, I can't let go easily what I've been doing for 31 years. How old are you?
32.
Get what I'm saying?
Bada
Yeah.
bing.
I ain't got to ask.
I already have 17 in.
Right, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I said, I remember. Let's talk about him.
There we go.
All
Man,
right,
what a
leads into
connection.
him. Okay, Saint Nick here. Wow, from meeting Master Bob and George to when Nick came into George's life. George is the reason why I'm in MMA. It's his fault, literally.
But he won't let me do MMA.
Right, and
George is your dad?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the super cop.
yeah,
You remember him
he
talking about him on
literally
The legend.
literally introduced me to Bob Shermer. Bob tried to put me in a thumb lock, and I know how to reverse it. And then George is he still in that half guard shit?
Yep, half and butterfly.
Oh my God,
That's where I get it from.
Oh my God, this damn half guard and butterfly. They got these fancy names. I'm like, I kill you. Barambolo, who? Nice way to spell it. I'm gonna name myself that. Barambolo 2.0. Literally, when he was a kid, he was competing, and I damn near remember this. I damn near do, or like this. And, you know, you see a bunch of kids come and go, a bunch of adults come and go. And I knew about it, you know what I mean? But it's Nick, you know, Lil Nick. I think that's what we called you, Lil Nick.
Yeah, Lil Nick, because my uncle, yeah.
Right. And I was like, oh, look at that. It was like, I mean, I was the mean sensei, but not real mean, just like, I'd fuck with the kids. They were all tough. These kids were tough. Yeah. And literally, they would grow up, and then your life goes on. You do your thing. I'm doing my thing. I'm out there in the universe trying to get to the moon. And then one day, I'm at a New Breed tournament. Bob Shermer calls me. Hey, you want to ref? I'm like, ref a tournament? I'm like, all right, yeah, let's run with this shit. But see, I'm not knowing the new jiu-jitsu. Oh. I'm thinking, like, you know, monochrome.
Takedown, 2 points.
Right, right. And so, literally, I'm at the tournament, and Nick sees me. I'm like, hey, what's up? You know, we talking. And then blah, blah, blah. I said, hey, yeah, I might try this shit. What it was, the Ultimate Grappler.
The Ultimate Grappler, yeah.
I'm like, what's this shit? So I'm like, all right, let's run with it. This is what? Yeah, I brought a student or two. And I'm like, I ain't worked out in a year and a half. I'm like, let's run this.
But this is not when you first met him.
No.
He's Flash.
Flash forward.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, what I got to do?
15 years.
Yeah. I'm like, I say, hey, what I got to do?
Yeah.
And so the guy who's in charge comes over. He says, Shonie, you here? I said, yeah, I brought a student. I said, what's this ultimate grappling thing? And he explains it. Why don't you try it? I'm like, all right. He tried to sell me an ink pen on about the whole go down to Florida. No fucks are given. I got a bunch of not nice medals like that, but tons of medals and belts. I'm just want to get a workout in. I treat tournaments like a workout.
Sure.
So overglorified sparring. So literally, the first guy and he was at the table, and the girl or somebody says, so where's your coaches? And the guy's like, no, where's the coaches? We don't need corners. I said, high five. And the guy screams, "Kambach." I'm like, what? I don't know the new jiu-jitsu. I'm Hajime. I don't know. So we get to tussling, and everybody knows don't clinch with me. And the guy jumped off wave and realized, I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, okay, palm down, and I'm reciting. Because if I'm out of drill practice, I recite fundamentals. Yeah. So I'm like, palm up, no good. And I'm talking while I'm grappling. Like, palm down, slide, pull, slide, slow, jerk, slurk, jerk, slow. And I'm like, then my thumb, he caught my thumb and rolled it over, like, damn it. And I'm like, I have not been weightlifting because I think I can still curl 50s. But if I'm trained, like if I'm in Shonie shape on TV, I curl 75s with a military press while standing. So he gets the tap. I'm like, all right, let go, you win. I'm like, we good. And so he's like, are you done? Hell no, just he caught me. Good one. Whatevs. So I go corner my student, and then he said, Shonie, you up? I'm like, all right, whatevs. Let's run this. So I look at the guy, and I walk out there, and I'm like, high five. And I knew you were to do the fist bump thing. I tried to do like this when I just go. No, like you go. And then, but he didn't. He wasn't with the program.
He wasn't with it.
I'm like, God damn, whatever.
He didn't know it.
So we go out there, and I don't know what he did. Something foolish. He tried to grab my leg. I'm like, what is he? I'm thinking, and I was like, what are you doing? Don't reach at my leg. And I'm saying this during the match. Don't do that. I grabbed his bicycle and pulled him apart and pushed him off. I'm like, come on, man. And so then he does the most unexpected thing ever. He clinches with me. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I think they put that out on the email. Yeah. Locker room, don't tie up with Shonie. Side control, and I put him in a neck crank, and I just...
It was like kind of like that Josh Barnett
catch
wrestling.
I studied catch wrestling with Tony Cicchini. Yeah,
We had Tony on the podcast.
Tony.
Yeah, I love Tony.
Yeah,
Cracks
he's
me
a
up.
great guy.
Yeah, he showed me some fucked up stuff I
Did he?
can't teach. Because you can't just show the average person some shit. You know, they'll kill somebody.
How about Red? You ever
Red Schaefer?
Yeah.
I fought Red Schaefer when
Red,
But did
I was
Shonie-
17.
How'd you fight him when you were 17?
I did the Ultimate Grappler.
no shit.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Everybody was like,
How is that even fair?
I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna hop in.
He's like in the UFC at the time.
Yeah,
He weighed in 245. I was 160.
yeah. What the
I gave him a good match. I mean,
Did you really?
Yeah, I swept him. I was up, and then
Gi? No gi.
No, this is Ultimate Grappler. No gi.
Oh no gi. Yeah.
And then he ended up catching me with an arm triangle like about 6-7 minutes in.
no shit.
I was winning. Yeah.
Here's the funny one.
He was huffing and puffing. That's all. Hey,
Red Schaefer.
I was happy.
They were trying to get me to go up against him, and I knew who he is, and ironically, they had a tournament, some high school off of Irving Park, and I hurt my knee, my left knee, and I still want to show up to let them know I'm not bowing out. It's just
Right.
cowering out. I'm just like, hey man, I'm limping, and he looked at me, gave me the side eye. I'm like, hey, no, I'm legitimate hurt, and I'm not getting paid to go up against somebody in a grappler match enough to risk a knee injury.
Right.
Winning. I said, what would I get? Maybe $1,000, maybe. I'm like, no, and then I saw him at they have the Fit Expo here now.
Yeah.
And he did.
One in Rosemont.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to get there again this
Yeah,
year.
we saw you there before.
Yeah.
Right. And he was there, and they were like, are you competing? I'm like, what do I get? What do I get? It's a qualifier for the Gracie National.
Oh, that's the Rose
Oh,
Gracie
yeah, yeah.
Gracie
That's that,
regionals.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
Nobody showed up to it.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
that
like,
was a yeah. I
I'm
heard
like,
about that one.
I'm like, what do I get? And they had the cute little
plaques.
I'm like,
No belt, forget it. I'm
yeah,
out.
Yeah.
It was no shiny metal.
Not even
would've-
metal, right,
and I'm
right.
like, come on, man.
Hey, Shonie, where did the whole kilt thing come from?
I've been wearing kilts for you ever since I saw them in movies as a kid.
Is it because pants are just too tight?
Dude, it's ridiculous. I'm wearing these leather pants now. I channel my inner Eddie Murphy.
Shonie's got leather pants on right now.
Wait a minute.
Hey, what's up with that jacket?
Oh, I was at the Mr. Shops in North Riverside Mall. Modern Man. So I've got
Those are leather pants. You're
These
right.
are leather
Those
pants.
I like
And-
those socks.
Oh my God, I love my socks. Marshalls.
What's
And,
up with the spikes? Take a picture of those.
Oh
here.
man, these are hot. These I was at the.
Put your feet up on the
Let me
table
use
there,
the
Shonie.
good foot. Let me use the good foot.
Oh, the good foot. Yeah, let's see.
On the good foot. Good God. Bam.
Make sure you get the spikes.
You gotta get the spike. Let me pull that ankle in. See, that's when there's no go-go plotter in my resume. That
Those
is
are awesome.
it. You ever see me doing
Shonie, now that you've sitting across from me for a little bit,
Yes.
what kind of custom hat would you make me?
Well,
An Irish one.
For sure.
yes.
Yeah.
And I would go full Irish.
You look like what's his name from Lucky Charms?
I would. I mean, literally, I would have to take you to the hat store with me, so I could
Size 'em up.
Size 'em up, yeah.
And I say, all right. And then we go to.
Did you bedazzle it yourself?
Oh my God! Yeah,
You do?
by hand.
awesome.
Yeah, I do each one, and literally, like one girl asked me for a BB shirt, a Bebe, whatever.
Oh, yeah,
BB.
BB, right.
I said, I'll make you a badass BB shirt. I said, and I looked at her like, oh, you have 42 stones. She's like, what? Says depending on small, medium, or large.
Yeah.
I actually one time I was sitting at a store and I counted the stones. Yeah.
Then the actual
no,
BB.
BB.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I do shit like that.
Yeah.
And the Swarovski crystals, you can get them on danceshopper.com, ladies. Hot fix with
Why, Paul? You in the mood for a hat? I mean, you
I'm
feeling
just
one?
asking, I want some stuff. Shonie, this alpaca sweater I'm wearing right now, is my pimp status
Okay, we're gonna do
high
something.
enough?
All right, I'll have
even
to come
close.
back. I'll have to come back and we'll go over to the what's this hat? So you know about Irving?
Hats Plus on
Hats
Irving.
Plus, yes. And we'll size you up, and I'll say, okay, I'll take the hat. I'll be right back.
What about the sweater, though? Are you feeling it? Not so much, are you? Yeah.
That's a workout sweater. That's what I put my
Workout
vinyl.
This is alpaca, bro.
I will put my damn vinyl top on, and then I put that on over it, and it'll sweat the shit out of it. Do y'all remember Affliction?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
of course.
Tom Atencio was the co-founder,
What? Who?
the owner.
Who is
Tom
this?
Atencio, former convict, right? He started doing. He would do a jailhouse artist.
Okay.
And he took his jailhouse art and put on a T-shirt. His shirts were made in Mexico.
Attaboy.
Attaboy. Yeah. You know what he was making a week? It'll make you sick.
Couldn't even.
Yeah. I refuse to announce that number ever again. But literally, when he told me this, because I met him at an affliction party. Now, this is Shonie from Chicago.
Yeah.
When I was out in Cali, somebody flew me out, and they were like, hey, you want to go to an affliction party? I'm like, oh. I'm thinking this was like a charity benefit because I thought some kid was sick because I've done those before.
It calls it an affliction.
I said, who's the sick? And everybody's like, Shonie, quit being funny. I'm like, no, I'm serious. And everybody's like, you are so stupid. I'm like, what? So we get to the thing. He said, just come on. Jeremy Jackson, CJ Dobbs, and these people. So I'm there, and I see all these banners, Affliction, and shirts, and everybody's wearing an Affliction shirt. I said, oh, that's hot. I said, the sick kid got a clothing line. Somebody starting a clothing line. I can rock with this. They were like, you want a shirt? I'm like,
sure.
I think, yeah, okay, I'll take something free. So they give me the shirt, and I look at it, fleur de lis with an angel and angel wings. You got anything better than this? And they're like, what? I said, a fleur de lis with angel wings and a skull. I've seen this to death. Nothing original. And I threw it back at him. It wasn't Tom.
Okay.
So literally they were like, I said, give me something good. I forgot what it was, and they gave me, I was like, okay, I'll wear this tomorrow. And I stuffed it in my blazer pocket. And like, you're not gonna put it on? No, look at this shit. This shit does not scream affliction. This shit is hot. So literally, I go to the main table. Up walks this little Mexican guy with those like old ass wire frames, like from the school teacher from 1950s. I'm like, oh, and everybody's, oh, here's Tom. I'm like, what's up, Tom? Now I didn't know this is a multi-millionaire. He was the guy who owned Affliction, the fighting organization.
Okay.
Yeah, that money.
Yeah.
Who paid Fedor and Andrei Arlovsky, right? So that's the type of money he's got. So I'm like, what's up, man? He said, oh, I'm just trying to make it in the world of the day. I said, yeah. So you trying to do it big, huh? Got your little party here. I like that. That's how y'all do it out here on the West Coast. You have your little affliction party, huh? Yeah. He said, well, who are you? I'm Shonie Carter. The world knows me as Mr. International. And so
The world knows me.
Right. And so people are around.
Prestige worldwide.
Right. And people are like, Shonie. I'm like, well, I said, that's Tom. He ain't my uncle.
Hey.
And so he's like, I like him. He's funny. I said, yeah, I know. I said, I ain't even got started yet. I said, well, he said, you want something to drink? And everybody's like uptight. I'm like, fuck yeah. I said, we in the club. What y'all uptight for, guys? He's buying shit. This is his party. He gets free shit. And so he said, what you want? I said, well, this I'm going to date myself. Then let me get an Incredible Hulk. Make it a triple. And he's like, what? Tell the bartender an Incredible Hulk, make it a triple.
Paul, you know what that is?
I don't.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right.
Is it an Irish drink?
No.
It turns.
No, it's Hennessy and what the fuck is that?
Red Bull?
No. I forget.
pre-Red
I
Bull.
actually forget the mix.
Before Red Bull?
It's got to be before Red Bull.
Crown Royal?
It turns green. Google it. I can't remember. So Tom walks off and like, Shonie. I'm like, what? That's Tom. That's the owner of this company. No fucks are given. I don't know. I don't get it.
Right.
So literally, that we leave the party later that night. Walking out. What's her name? Not Erin. Was it Erin Tohill? I want to say it was Erin Tohill. Yeah, it was Erin Tohill. And Erin and some other fighter had started exchanging words, and she was bad as hell. She's she fine. She like real fine. And this guy's beefing with her. I'm like, what? Erin is a fighter, but she don't look like she should be on like fucking Chanel, like Cosmo. She bad as hell. Like, no, Victoria's Secrets for the hood. I mean, she bad as hell, but she ain't nobody's punk bitch. So she says, because what it was, the dude said, I ain't gonna fight you. She said, I'll square up with you, dude. I'm like, whoa. what? And she said, oh, I got a girl for you. She said, who? My girl, Gina Carano. I said, I'll knock that bitch out. I'm like, damn. I was like, I didn't know who Aaron Pedigree was.
Right.
But when she said Gina Carano, I'm like, oh, she feeling mighty high about herself.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, y'all cool out, homie, cool out. And she said, I don't need you to protect me. She said, no, I'm trying to get your number. You fine as hell. I ain't trying to protect you. You got them fight knuckles. Don't hit me. She said, who the fuck are you? I said, the world knows me as Shonie Carter, Mr. International. And I said, I'm just trying to get to know you on a much more personal and polite basis. I'm from Chicago. And she's like, what? I said, I'm from Chicago. I'm just trying to diffuse this situation. You know, dude, calm down. No, fuck her. I said, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm going to knock your bitch ass out. Can I get your number? And I was like, damn. She said, well, who are you? I said, who are you to me? I said, I'm your predecessor. I'm Optimus fucking Prime. I said, I'm Yoda. I said, I'm just trying to. I literally said that shit to people. I'm like, shit, I'm getting to that. I'm in the Hall of Fame. I'm officially old now. So, you know, she's like, oh, I ain't got time for this. I'm like, you motherfucking cock blocking some bitch. And he's like, fuck her. I'm like, dude, you look at the ass on her. And she's standing right there. You know, she's like, are you talking to me? I said, no, I'm talking about you. Right. You fine as motherfucking baby hair. Shit. Why they pissing you off? You ain't got a man. You ain't got that ass in a miniskirt walking around here because he'd have been here knocking this fucker out. If you was my woman, shit.
So you went home with her then?
No, I wish. Damn it, man. And
talk about a guy who should have his own podcast, huh, Zito?
Yeah. Man. I've done one before with Sean Lennon on Illinois Center for Broadcasting, and it was hilarious because
Matt Serra has his own.
You
should be on that Undisputed.
Oh my God, Matt is so okay. Let me finish. Let me go back. I went back to Matt Serra. Matthew, I'm sorry, but one time something came up and somebody was talking about a spinning back fist, and then the word got out. Sean found out. Sean told me about the back fist thing with Matt Serra. And he's whatever. Oh, looking for a fight. That's what.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I didn't think shit of it because, you know, it's, 17 years now? And then even from 2006, that was still 10 years ago. So I'm like, man, he need to let that shit go. We won the belt because of me and he let that shit ride and go ahead on, kick rocks. I said, hey, he got 2 beautiful kids and he's living large. And he's like, what? I said, he said, Shonie, would you fight Matt Serra for a 3rd time? I said, that motherfucker can't make weight. I said, he eating a lot of pasta. He's a dad now. He's running at least 2 successful schools. He ain't got time to train, be married, have twin daughters.
How much does he walk around, you think?
I'm skinny compared to Matt Serra.
Is he walking that heavy? Matt Serra, 230, you think he's walking? No.
But he's like 5'5".
5'6", 5'6". He's
six.
Yeah,
shorter than T Wood.
Thick,
right?
I know he's thick, but you think he's 2 plus?
He'll never see.
He'll never see 170. No,
he won't see 185.
No, wow.
That's 6 to 9 months of training.
What weight did you guys fight at? 70?
170.
Yeah, 170.
Matt, I'm sorry.
205 now. Oh my gosh.
I mean, if I'm walking around, listen. I understand body composition evaluations and target heart rate training zones and supplemental recovery and, you know, and it's crazy because, like, if I spew off the equation, you'd be like, what? Mm-hmm. And people would think I'm nuts. Ready? Watch this. 4-step equation. Pull out your pens and paper or your stylus and your iPads, people. Step 1, actual body weight multiplied by body fat percentage, which gives you pounds in body fat. Step 2, actual body weight minus the pounds in body fat gives you a lean body mass, skin, skeletal organs, lean muscle, 5 pints of blood. Step 3, pounds in body fat multiplied by initial desired weight loss, muscle gain percentage, which gives you initial desired weight loss. Step 4, actual body weight plus the muscle minus the fat gives you ideal goal weight and new body fat percentage. Based upon the new body fat percentage would be original body fat percentage multiplied by initial desired weight loss, muscle gain percentage. You take the product of those two, subtract it from original body fat percentage, which gives you new body fat percentage. To calculate target 3, which maximizes the glycolysis cycle or the Krebs cycle, which is splitting of the sugar molecule, primary food source, then store fat, which is 60 to 75%, of your perceived maximum heart rate. How do you find that out? 220 minus your age, and you add 10 beats on top of that. Then you multiply that by 60, 0.65, and 0.75, which is splitting of the sugar molecule, primary food source, then store fat. Now, if you with the use of protein, glutamine, branched chain amino acids, leucine, isoleucine, and valine, which synthesizes muscle. Now, to repair the muscle fascia, what's the muscle fascia, people? Epimysium, paramysium, sarcolemma, mitochondria, 75% phospholipids, 22% cholesterol, 3% water. Now, if you were to add L-carnitine to maximize the Krebs cycle through the anaerobic threshold process in zone 3, coupled with understanding how many grams of protein you need on a 3 to 5 time daily basis, you look at the lean body mass weight and divide by 5. That's how many grams of protein is suggested with hydrolyzed whey isolate, branched chain amino acids, glutamine, arginine, and or D-ribose, which increases blood flow circulation, which decreases fatigue, increases endurance and recovery time.
That's crazy. What the
fuck? Give out your phone number for personal training one more time.
Yeah.
What the fuck did you just say?
I know.
You know how many times I have to listen to this podcast to get all that down?
Yeah.
Right.
What's the name of the kid that was in class this morning?
That was Ryan and...
You have no idea. No clue.
No, and it's crazy because like when I calculate this stuff, people off the top of my head, and they're like, what? And I've had doctors and nurses like, how do you know this? You didn't go to medical school? No, I was a wrestler. They're like, what? Junior college, track and college. And they're like, you really know this stuff. Call me later.
Right.
And we driving home, I'm going to recite the same damn thing. Hydrolyzed whey isolate goes directly to the muscle, creating lean muscle mass. Protein casein is a slow mass developing muscle, which is used primarily by powerlifters and bodybuilders to gain more mass. Hydrolyzed whey isolate goes directly to the muscle. And it's crazy. If you use creatine to volumize the muscle, carnitine to metabolize body fat, BCAAs, leucine, isoleucine, and valine. And anybody who's smarter than me that's listening to the podcast, you know I ain't lying because you can Google it. Anhydrous, what is that? Anhydrous beta-18? I'm saying the wrong one. Arginine increases the blood flow circulation. Beta-alanine increases testosterone production in the male body. Now, if you were to do squats, increase the blood flow to your legs, increase the blood flow to your testicles, producing more testosterone is the number one hormone for developing muscle, metabolizing body fat. But having your heart beat between 65 and 75% of your perceived maximum heart rate.
Damn. And on that fucking note,
move out of the way, Dr. Rhonda Patrick. I say we end it there, Zito.
Yeah,
you ain't going to top that, Shonie.
So, Shonie, where can people find you?
Okay, I'm teaching at the House of Grappling, APEX,
House of
51
Grappling.
East Plainfield Road.
Go Hogs.
Go Hogs.
Show up to the Hog House.
Yeah, come over there if you're out in the burbs. If you're in the city, I'm at Chicago Fitness Center. Now, if you want to find me on Facebook, I'm learning Instagram. I got pictures. I load too many at once.
That is true.
Yeah.
Shonie Carter on Instagram. It's at Shonie Carter.
Yeah, Shonie Carter.
Do you sell your artwork?
I'm actually trying to do an art show.
Oh, cool.
I want to do an art show. I want to put my stuff on prints and shirts. And I'm not done drawing. I've gone out of the MMA stuff like y'all saw. I'm channeling my inner Degas. I'm going to be doing the female form. And thank you, lovely ladies of Instagram, for posting them out there for free, because I know how to right-click save as. And I go print them at CVS, and I draw your pictures that you finally display of your waist to hip ratio, which is taking the diameter of the waist and the diameter of the hips and divide the waist by the hips. And if it's under 0.80, the better it is. If it's like 0.70 or 0.74 to 0.70, that means it's excellent. Under 0.70 to 6'5", it's amazing. Small waist, little in the middle, but you've got much back. If you have a big belly, you'll have booty do. Your belly sticks out farther than your booty do. Just give me a call. Conjugated linoleic acid, L-carnitine, lemon water, and proper guided bodyweight exercise. Chicago Fitness Center, 3131 North Lincoln. My phone number is 312-937-7569.
Man, you're going to get a lot of
How
time.
can you not love this guy?
Text me, please. First name, last name, and what do you want? I don't mind. I'll leave my phone on and just let me know what you want. I will travel. I will teach, not preach it, but teach it. And I just exasperate, educate, motivate, and dedicate for you to participate and causing you to perspirate.
Uncle Shonie, out.
I'm out of here.
Nick, where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram as spaceman_BJJ. I have a likes page on Facebook, just Nick Spacek. Add me on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all that good stuff.
Awesome. Well, Shonie's been a pleasure, man.
It is my pleasure, and I'm looking forward to having more time with Spaceman Saint Nick, and looking forward to seeing y'all at the Hog House and making sure y'all get to what you want by me giving you what you need.
Awesome. And I'd love to get to talk to you about some artwork, man. That'd be dope. All right, guys. We'll see you. Bye.
Peace. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. For more information about Grappler Union Podcast, you could visit us at our website at grapplerunion.com. You can follow us on Instagram at Grappler Union. Please like us on Facebook. Be sure to subscribe on iTunes. And all of our episodes are available on our YouTube channel. Say what?
Be sure to subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to all that shit. You got to do another take, right? This episode of the Grappler Union Podcast is brought to you by BJJ Tees. Go to bjjtees.com, enter the promo code Grappler Union, and save 10% off all your jiu-jitsu apparel. Go to bjjtees.com today.
This episode of the podcast is also brought to you by Strychnine Jiu-Jitsu, makers of vintage-inspired tees, hoodies, and rash guards. Go to strychnine.co, that's STRYCH9.co, and use the promo code UNION at checkout to receive 20% off your online order.